all decided to take your journey from New Orleans to New York City in search of. Can anyone tell me?
In search of the Jersey Devil.
No.
Oh
No,
no,
you were supposed to go to New
in
York
search of some
City.
relics that were being brought to the States. I believe it was
Mm-hmm.
from a team in Russia.
Very good. Take a point of inspiration.
Oh, cool.
There is no inspiration in this game.
Hmm.
But yes, Team 62 and Team 22 over in Moscow are supposed to be sending some artifacts to New York. Your one job is to get to the harbor or find out which harbor it is that there is that the artifacts are coming in, and to acquire these artifacts and return them to the headquarters. On your journey, you found at a gas station that y'all were being followed by a suspicious Volkswagen, very old Volkswagen, and y'all made your way and kind of got a little lost on the way and ended up in Jersey, out in the
Fucking
middle of
Jersey.
the woods. So from there, some of you spotted a devil and decided to keep moving. Y'all ended up at a hotel where shenanigans decided to constantly fall through after
After
one
our
specific
vampire mysteriously
character.
committed suicide and I buried her to honor her body in her memory.
You
Yep.
fucking dick.
And then during the confrontation, a large burly figure drop kicked the vampire through the window and out of the hotel floor
Not a
as he
vampire, a
drug,
zombie.
as he drug the angel out to his car and sped away. As the vampire rejoined for breakfast with the others, they were assaulted by a figure in long black trench coat and robes with a black mask covering their face and these circular ruby red sunglasses. As he cracked his whip towards the table explodes, throwing back the heroes and hunters of this tale, knocking one unconscious, and a fight pursued. Through various means and certain cars hitting certain people, everybody was able to get away, but everyone sustained their own forms of injury, with Val being left bleeding out as she drives down the road with Karen in tow. Jimothy drives the Volkswagen following behind, while Dex and Ace are in the back seat. And this is where we start. Val, you're losing sight. You are losing a lot of blood. You have almost nothing left. Karen is asleep, and you feel so tired. You close your eyes for a second, and then the car goes off the road. You slam on the brakes, and you lose consciousness.
I
Ace and Dex, y'all see them pulling over. You see them slam on the brakes after a short time has passed, and you feel that you're a pretty far distance away. And y'all pull over right behind her. Timothy, not saying a word since after leaving the motel, pulls behind them, and he just sits there, gripping the steering wheel, 10 and 2 with white knuckles. What do, hunters?
I run up to the car as fast as I can and I yank that door open hard.
Yeah, you do that.
Val! Val! As I'm like frantically shaking her shoulders.
You can see that she has bled out a lot. There's blood going all down her front, into the floorboard, covering the seat, steering wheel, and she is unconscious.
I
hit the floor
immediately
and wake
start a
up.
healing incantation.
Okay, Ace, what are you doing?
I see what he's doing. I'm just gonna go ahead and reach into my coat and take out my pocket watch, and I'll start doing the same thing. I'm like, Dex, put a hand on my shoulder. Just give me a hand here, and I'm gonna start muttering an incantation and put a hand on Vex to try and cast a healing spell.
Okay, so are y'all both trying to use magic against or for Val?
Yes.
I'm saying here. Let me lead and you assist.
Okay, so first off, I'm gonna need Gavin to help out. So roll cool for help out.
can I roll? I'd actually kind of like to do my own magic roll if I could.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Y'all can both do it individually, or if you do it together, you can use big magic.
Ooh, okay. All right.
But big magic, high risk, high reward. Just remember that.
So
Top one, about 45.
I'm. All right. So Sean, I'll leave this up to you. My cool bonus, not nearly as high as my weird bonus, but I can try to help you out on this. Do big magic if you want.
But it's cool bonus and weird bonus. I don't. No. It's RP time, man. What are you doing? I'm
I'll
casting a
help him
healing
out.
spell.
All right. I'll risk it. I'll help him out. I'll try for some big magic. Get like a real. I'm gonna. Is
All
there
right,
any way I
only
can
one of
help
you
him
can
out? You
roll.
weird because I'm trying to like mix my magic with his to make like just some badass spell.
Okay, well you can't tell me that. You're gonna have to talk to each other. I'm just telling you, big magic. You can help him and do big magic. High risk is high reward.
But it's gonna have to be a cool roll, not a weird roll. That's what you're saying.
No, if he does big magic, he does big magic, and you do the help out action. But a part of his big magic is you help him.
All right, I'm going for it. This is again high risk, high reward.
You're going for what?
I'm gonna help him.
Help him what?
Talk to me, Gavin. Talk to me
Yeah.
in the game. What are you doing?
Thank you, Sean. I was trying to get him there.
I'm gonna mingle my magic with yours, and we're gonna try to make the biggest healing spell that we possibly can. I'm gonna let you lead this one. I'm gonna assist you the best I can with my own magic.
All right, let's do it. And I'll start muttering my incantation, and I'm putting the hand on old girl.
I'm just channeling my raw magic energy straight into him to sort of give him more fuel to work off of.
Okay. Gavin, can you please roll help out for me? Oh, the server isn't up, is it?
I've already
Sean's
used
on it.
3 luck. You're on your own on this one, man. I've already used 3 luck.
Okay.
If I use 3 more, I'm fucked.
Well, I'm casting to do some heals. So, what would you like me to do, Gamekeeper?
Hey, hold on. I can't. Gavin, can you fix your headset for me? Your
you're
mic.
barely
I
there.
can't hear what you're saying.
What, you can barely hear me?
Yeah.
You sound far away and like you're getting into robot form.
This is like my new headset. I got the mic right next to my mouth.
Okay, well, you still sound
Just
cool.
unplug it and plug it back in.
Okay. Do I sound any better
Yeah,
now?
you sound
Oh, yeah.
dramatically better.
Yeah, way
Okay.
better. Okay, so what did you roll for help out?
Reroll 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, then nothing happens from you, but I mean, man, you just realized you have to poop so bad right now.
Do I get an experience point for that?
Yes. Yep, because that was a fail. So yeah, mark an XP. We'll go over XP in just a minute because I did write down everyone's XP, so we'll go over that in a minute. So yeah, Sean, if you want to go ahead and roll your weird, please, for your big magic.
What
Same
server are
thing
we
as-
on?
It's
It's not it.
Yes.
It's not it.
Honey,
I'm telling you.
It's the same thing you went through last time. That is the server.
It's just taking forever because everybody's loading into it right now.
Yeah, I'm still downloading files.
Yeah, it's
But
okay.
every time I get to this downloading files, it doesn't let me any further all night long.
Just yeah. Yeah, Sean. So just roll some use magic.
Yeah, I get So this isn't regular magic. This is big magic. I don't know if regular magic.
Right. You just use magic, but
did.
you're using his help for.
Yeah, I rolled a 7.
You rolled a 7.
Not in
So
our favor right now.
It works.
Well, I get a +1 whenever I'm healing. Well, that's regular magic. I don't know if that was big magic. So.
It actually doesn't. Gavin, don't you also get a +1 too? Well, it won't matter. You had 4, so that +1 would only be 5.
If
Okay,
I would have
so-
rolled a weird roll, then I could have gotten to that threshold. But
Okay. So so count this as using magic. So whatever modifiers you get for use magic, count it as that.
So I did. It's a 7 total. I rolled a 4 plus 3 for my weird for magic, so 7 total.
Okay.
Well, if it's for using magic, whenever I'm healing someone, I get an extra +1 to that. So it's be an 8.
Okay. And Brandon, you have the maximum allotted wounds right now, correct?
No, I have one less than the max.
he's at 6. But I know that he's unstable at 6, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
we're
you're-
unstable at 4 actually. But
but this wound causes you to take more damage over time. So driving away and would end up giving you another injury if they didn't heal you. So you are technically at 6 wounds. You're unconscious. Unmark yourself as unstable, but you only have 1 point of life. So you still have 6 harm, but you're unconscious.
so Tony, question for you.
Mhm.
Seeing that I was unable to help him in the way I intended to, could I start channeling my own healing spell?
It depends on how long y'all want to be here on the side of the road. You notice that the helping Ace, you can't tell that your magic failed, because when Ace finishes his incantation, you do see the wound underneath his chin close, but he does not wake up.
I mean,
So
but,
you think, or her chin. So you see the wound close and the bleeding stops.
would I be able to start doing my own incantation to heal if I wanted?
It depends on how long y'all want to be here.
I think we need.
I'm going to
Because-
stay here like another minute at least. I just want to
Okay.
get her to the point where I'm not worried about her
Well,
dying.
hold on, we're not done with big magic yet.
Okay.
Because Sean, I need you to what effect do you want to add to this? Because it is big magic. You did have his help, so you can choose another effect if you want.
I mean, does it need to be a negative effect or just any effect?
No, I mean, well, you're gonna have to. You pick the glitch.
I'd say, what's around us? What's our scene? We're stopped
You
on
were
the
on
side
the
of the road?
side of the road in the middle of a forest. There, all you see is nothing but forest.
I'm gonna say I had to try and absorb health from somewhere. So, all of a sudden, all the plant life around us, the grass, the flowers, maybe even a tree, all of a sudden just start to wither. Because I had to pull that energy from somewhere to try and heal it.
Okay, yeah. I want to say, because it only rolled a 7, when you get done with the ritual and you look around for a second, you sucked so much life out of the ground itself that there is dead animals laying on the side of the road. You see a whole family of deer laying on the side of the road, birds. Yeah,
God.
you killed everything within like 100 yards.
Other than, us.
Yeah, other than y'all.
I just killed Bambi, keeping a vampire alive. Oh my god.
Yep.
Hey, if
That's
she
your-
comes to consciousness, she can go feast on those dead animals to get some more life back.
It doesn't work that way.
Oh, there's
Well,
literally
I mean,
no
you
life
know.
essence left in them for her to even get anything from their blood, is what you're saying.
But yeah, So, Karen, with all this screaming and everything going off, you wake up. Your head is pounding.
Yeah, I figured I hit the floorboard when you slammed on the brakes.
Immediately when I see Karen, I just yell, Karen! And I put my hand on her forehead in a way that it would almost leave like a handprint and start channeling my own healing spell onto Karen.
Karen's not hurt, so
I was like, I
don't
need
know
an
that.
aspirin.
okay, yeah. If that's what you want to do.
That's what I want to do. I want to do glowy face to. I'm just gonna palm her entire face with my hand and just healing spell her face.
Okay. Yeah, roll some weird to try and heal her.
From her
No, it's okay.
migraine.
You don't have to. I was just joking.
I
But, yeah,
got a
that's good one.
13.
Yeah, but you could've
Where
done
was that
with-
roll when I needed it?
All right. So, coming from behind all of you is Jimothy, and he is just looming over, and he just looks down over your shoulder, Ace. He just goes, "Oh, seems like I had medical supplies if you need them."
I'm gonna grab Jimothy by the shoulders. Jimothy, first aid kit, Jimothy.
When you grab him, he does not move. Like when you go to shake him, it's like trying to shake a stone pillar.
First aid kit, Jimothy.
Oh, it's in the trunk.
Go get it now.
I can't move. I'm scared.
Okay, I'm
Not
gonna put a
everybody's a
hand
medical
on.
personnel.
I'm gonna put a hand on Jimothy's shoulder, and I'm gonna angel wings him to his trunk.
I mean, that's like 5 feet away from where you're standing.
He won't move. I'm gonna do it
You
anyway.
could just walk over there. Anyhow,
Okay, yeah, roll
Yeah,
weird.
not everybody are medical responders there, guy. A lot of people are just like,
14.
Okay, it happens. Yeah, so you're standing right beside the trunk. He already opened it.
All right, I'm just gonna grab the damn thing myself.
Okay. Are you just looking for the medical supplies, or do you want?
I'm gonna grab the whole first aid kit.
Yeah, there is a couple boxes back here. The first box, it just has a big red cross on it.
Go with that.
Another box says Nair on it, and then there's this looks almost like an army duffel bag.
How does the word Nair spelt?
Box with a big red cross.
Yes.
That's what I'm grabbing.
Although I do want to know how Nair is spelt.
by the way, can we change this music? It is pretty fucking terrible.
Yeah, I'll change it.
Nair,
Yeah.
Nair. It's a pretty big box.
Okay. Cool. It's just hair removal product. Cool. Want to make sure.
So just to reiterate about Jimothy, he is bald, no facial hair, but he does stand about like 7'6", and he looks every bit of 400 pounds. Like if you could imagine the Big Show, that's basically what he looks like. But yeah, there's no hair on his body at all. Or on his head and face and arms, stuff like that. He is short. He does have just overalls on, no t-shirt, so.
Does Jimothy seem sickly at all after suddenly teleporting? Remembering that many people do react that way their first time teleporting.
No, he kind of just has this blank expression ever since, like, even when you were telling him to get to the trunk and he told you that he was scared, he just has this blank expression on his face, like he's not keeping up with what's going on. Like y'all have seen bystanders witness some of the stuff that's going on, and he just doesn't look like he's there right now.
I'm just gonna pat him on the shoulder twice and say, there, Jimothy. And shove a sour apple dum-dum straight into his mouth and walk away with the box.
Yeah, he takes it, and then he just sits down on the ground right beside his car, and just in like a fetal position, just hugging his knees.
So I'm gonna get out some of the gauze wrap, and I'm just gonna go from chin to the top of the head, around and around and around, until I use the whole wrap.
You do know that there's no wound there anymore. The wound got sealed. It's healed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
then are there
it's
any
not.
wounds?
He's not bleeding. Or she is not bleeding anymore. She's just unconscious.
So there's no wounds.
Right.
Okay. What do I see in this box? Any drugs, anything.
It's all first aid, and everything is very nice and organized and sealed, labeled with date and everything. Even though even the bottles are in their own Ziploc bags with labels, like this is very OCD stacked first aid kit, and the outside of the box is sticky.
Of course it is. I'm ignoring that at this point. So not knowing anything about medicine, there's not like a shot of adrenaline or something I could just stab her with, is there?
There's a couple syringes in there.
Is there adrenaline?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna pop her with a shot of adrenaline.
Yeah, you do that, and Val, you are immediately awoken, and you're awake now.
Holy fuck! Is Karen okay?
Karen's fine. Karen's fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Val, you almost died.
I'm fine.
Not like you almost died from the strange liquid back there. You got stabbed in the face.
It's okay. I would come back. I was just more worried about Karen being safe and okay.
She's fine.
Okay.
She's fine. I healed her face. But her face, not nearly as fucked up as yours was. Your face looked like a skewer that had been grilled for way too long and then sat out in the sun and eaten by birds.
Okay, listen, I have this, like, really bad ache in my jaw. Does anybody have a cigarette?
I'm immediately gonna look through that box that I carried over for the absolute most suspect-looking drug that I find. I'm not even gonna look at what it is. I'm just gonna look at...
There's some painkillers in there. There's some antibiotics in there. Just like anything that you can think that you could probably get with a prescription, it's probably in there.
I'm just gonna open like 5 pill bottles and put like 2 of each in my hand and just shove like 10 pills straight into her mouth.
I'm gonna refuse.
I'm insisting.
Yeah. Val, you feel tired. Like, monsters like you don't feed and get the feeding hunger, but you feel tired. Like you could sleep for a couple 100 years. But good thing is, both Ace and Karen noticed that there is a sign up ahead that y'all are only about 50 miles outside of New York City. Your tanks are full. You're all awake and conscious.
Alright, I don't care who drives. Somebody else drive. I'm gonna lay in the back and I'm gonna go take a nap.
I'll drive.
And I'm just gonna like crawl into the back and like lay across the entire seat.
Karen, you notice that the floorboard, your chair, your steering wheel, the dash, it's all soaked in blood.
Yep, it happens.
So, can I do a thing, Tony? I don't want to,
Go ahead.
If anybody else wants to do something, that's fine. But
don't ask me to do something that you're just gonna do anyways. Just do it.
So for once, Dex is gonna, because he does have a side that can be serious when it needs to be. I'm just gonna look at Val as she's laying in the back, clearly not in the best condition, and just say, "Val, just hold still." And I'm gonna put my hand on her back, and I'm gonna try to channel another healing spell.
Yeah, go ahead. Make another roll for it.
That's an 11.
Yeah, that works. You're just doing the 1 point of heal?
Yeah. As Val would see my hand sort of let off like a white glow as I channel this life essence into her.
So, I mean, Val, with the loss of a large amount of blood, you get really cold, like any normal human does, and you feel a little bit of warmth come back to your body, so you feel a little bit more comfortable with this warming light coming from him. And yeah.
And then I'm just gonna take off my my suit coat and lay it over her and just say, Just rest, Val. It'll be alright.
Thanks. Yep,
Well-
I'm gonna go sleep now. And then Val's just gonna pass out.
I'm gonna sit down in the driver's seat saying ew, 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 ew. I'm gonna do it.
Alright,
It'll be gross, but I'll do
so
it.
I'm gonna sort of elbow Ace lightly at just to make him aware of Karen's disgust.
AKA, give me your trench coat, dude. Ew, 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 ew,
Or
ew.
AKA use magic to clean the car.
Nothing.
hey, can anyone else hear Sean? I can't hear what
No.
if he said anything.
Sorry, I have my mic muted. So first, I'd like to take a look around to see if there's anybody following us or coming up behind us, just to see what I see. So I would like to look for read a bad situation, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's get these bad rolls out of the way now. It's not popping up, but I rolled a 2 and a 1, so for that's sharp, so that'll be 2 and 1, 3, so it'll be 6.
That's a failure, my man. You don't notice anything.
Alright, I'll
There-
mark that down for XP for a failure.
You are just gawking at all the death you just sucked all the life out of around you.
I
You
did kill a
see-
lot of stuff, to be
There is-
honest.
Literally, as you're looking around, a bird lands and cracks the windshield. And it just spiderwebs across the windshield.
Ace, I think you should ride with Karen. I was gonna do it, but I feel like you'd be not only would be better at doing the job, but also more admittedly welcome company. She's been through a rough time too. So you ride with Karen, see if you can heal Val's or without waking her up on the way there. I'll go back and I'll ride with Jim. Sound good?
As much as I can barely hear you, yes, sounds good.
Alright, I have another connection I can use. This might work better.
So, seeing what I see around here, I want to get us just going. So once we start moving and getting down the road, I'll use some magic, but I want us to get us on the road and moving first.
Yeah, Jimothy is still just huddled by his front tire. Just chilling on the ground, just hugging his knees.
Also,
I'm
before we
gonna
go,
ask
can somebody
Timothy if he can drive.
contact headquarters to find out what the hell that was all about and make sure we've got a place to go to in New York. We got bloody cars and people that need help, so we need a place to lay low.
Well, Ace, can I address the elephant in the room? Are we sure we can trust headquarters right now?
I don't know, but we need a place to go now. We can deal with that.
I would suggest a hotel. I hate to even suggest it, but that man back there, he knew where we were. How would he have known that without some kind of, at the very best case scenario, headquarters is compromised. Worst case scenario, headquarters is the enemy.
I don't know about compromised. There might be a leak, but we still need a place to get research done. We're still going to New York to do a job for headquarters.
So let's find a nice hotel and stay there. I think until we know more, we need to stay off the radar.
Quite very compromised.
So I would like to just put in that Karen is from New York. You have all of your family there. And Ace, you do have an office in New York that you still pay for. And that's where a lot of like your storage stuff is. It's just like a not a penthouse suite, but it's a pretty large corner office in a pretty large building. You got all your stuff there. but it's kind of both of them are very much in the public eye. But Ace, you do have a lot of contacts in New York too. Both of you do.
Then I've got a lead if we can get to New York. If something I want to look into. But alright, let's do the hotel thing, or Karen, if you want to call your family. But let's go ahead and get on the road and get moving.
Jin. I'll give him a quick text. He doesn't ask a lot of questions. He doesn't really care. He's in his own little business, so to speak. It is New York, after all. Yeah, just give me a couple minutes. Hang on. And what I do is I take out my phone and I start texting Monks. I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna have to use the townhouse for a couple of days. That cool? And he'll respond with, sure,
Okay.
that's fine. You know where the key is. Okay,
Yeah,
fine. All
he
right.
just responds with the letter K.
Cool. All right. All right. Let's go home, shall we?
You get another text that says rule number 1, follow all following rules to follow. Rule number 2, don't drink my root beer.
Nah.
And that's it.
First thing I'm gonna do when I get there is raid the fridge and drink a bunch of root beer.
No. I'll stab you, and then you die.
So-
It works.
Once we get moving, and I put a bandage on my chin and bleed through that bandage, and I'm like trying to cover it up and shit.
No, you got stabbed in right underneath your clavicle on the right side. So you kind of got like a little chest wound.
So I'll again hold my pocket watch, say an incantation, and put a hand on it, and I'm gonna see if I can close the wound with some magic while we're on the road.
Yeah, that's not as stressful. You only were suffering from one harm. It was bleeding, not very bad, but you would bleed out from it if you didn't have some magical means. So we'll just say that it works. It's pretty easy heal for that one. The other one was kind of in a critical situation.
Okay, so I will take off one harm, and I'm no longer bleeding.
Nice.
How disgusting is Karen's car right now?
Oh, it's pretty bad. Considering Val
soaking
just went
up
from
her
the front
fluids,
seat to the
okay?
back. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
We got some time, and I know how Karen feels about this, and it seems things are okay for the moment. I will cast the equivalent prestidigitation and try and clean the inside of the car with some magic.
I had to suffer through soaking through my underwear of her blood before you actually got
basically
around to that.
Just remove all the blood from the vicinity here.
Oh,
Including
Yeah,
Karen.
it works.
thank God.
Oh, I don't even have to roll for it? Alright.
Now,
Blech.
let's keep this moving.
Okay.
Blech.
Yeah, if somebody does not move Jimothy, he's not moving.
Jimothy, are you gonna be able to drive?
He just doesn't say anything. He just stares off into space.
Ace, I can't drive. You know how to drive, right?
I mean, I do, but...
Drive Jimothy's car. I will ride with
I-
Karen. I
I-
promise to not annoy you, Karen.
we've already established I was riding in Karen's car. Like, I was doing stuff...
I know we did, but look at him. As I'm just gonna point at Jimothy while he's in a fetal position on the ground.
I've already been doing stuff while we were on the road, man. This is RP has been done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we.
I didn't
left
think
Jimmy
we were
back there.
driving yet.
Yeah, Jimothy hasn't moved.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were actually driving yet.
No, you can if you grab Jimothy and move him, he will get up and follow you. But he's just not in a state.
Is he 100% needed? Can we just let him to have his PTSD moment over there? Like, is that a thing?
True, we kind of all can fit in Karen's car.
Deal with yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna jump in the back seat and lift up Val's feet and put her feet in my lap because I need somewhere to sit. No, I'm not just gonna leave Jimothy there. Jimothy, as I just start smacking him across the face.
Jimothy Bunny.
Lightly.
Sweetie. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he answers.
Jimothy, can you drive? Can you drive, Jimothy?
He just stares off into space.
Oh my god. Ace, can you drive his car? I can't drive. I don't know how to drive.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Well, in his defense, he did come from New York, and not a lot of people know how to drive because they don't need to.
We're not gonna get on the highway, are we?
Yeah, the whole way there. It's called the highway.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So I will ride with Karen, and instead I will try to heal Val on the way there. Is everybody in agreement?
It depends on the gamekeeper here. I said I was doing stuff on the way, so if you want to retroactively change this.
I can drive. I got this. I'll drive Timothy's car. It's okay. I was just gonna like crawl out the back door, crawl over to the car, pull herself in. I got this.
Okay, Val, if you do this, I will sit up front with you and I'll try to heal you on the way.
Whatever, just make sure Timothy's laying in the back.
Yeah, I'll be sitting up front. I'll try to heal you on the way.
Because if he tries to, Superman me out of this car, I might feed off of him. Alright.
Don't do that. I would offer you some of my blood, but I'm pretty sure it's toxic to you.
I doubt it, but it's okay. Let's just get on the road. Let's go.
In the back seat of his own car, and he just sits there and just stares off into space.
Okay. I jump in the front passenger seat with, I guess, Val in the driver's seat.
All right, so y'all head off.
Yep, Val's just gonna follow Karen the entire way.
All right.
So the whole way, I'm just gonna try to. I'm going to. I'm not gonna stop trying to heal Val at any point in time.
Okay. I'm not gonna let you just spam heal her until she's.
I know that. I know that, but I'm just saying that's what I'm doing.
Okay. All right.
Actually, Keeper, I have a question.
Yes.
If I life drained off of Jimothy.
So you want to attack him?
Well, okay. If I asked him if I could drink his blood and he said yes, could that give me life back?
You could, if you use the life drain feature that you have, but he is not going to let you bite him.
Val, you don't need to do that. I can heal you.
No, that was literally just to the.
Oh, okay, gotcha, sorry.
I want to know if it was possible. That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, it's possible. If you fight him for it. Yeah, so Karen, y'all follow Karen and you get to New York, but you gotta go through New York. So you drive around New York City and into the outskirts, kind of in this quiet suburb area, and you could have swore that she said that it was a townhouse. This is no townhouse. It's like a mini mansion. It's got its own grounds. It's not connected to anything else, but it's in a nice suburban neighborhood, though. It's got like a 2-car garage, so you can fit both cars in there if you need to.
What part of New York is this? Is this like Queens, or what is this?
North of New York City. Just right on the outskirts.
It's the Hamptons.
Gotcha. Okay. So, again, I understand you're not going to let me just keep spamming heal until she's at full health, but if I just sort of just channel just a general healing environment in the car on the way there, how much can I heal Val for?
I'm going to say 1 more point of health.
Okay.
Alright, stop. I'm okay. I will be fine. I'm fine.
You know, Val, despite the fact that you're a monster and all, I would just like to make it known that, I actually don't hate you.
And I don't hate you. I appreciate you. But you gotta stop. I'll be fine. I just need some rest. I just need to get to this townhouse, and I need to sleep. I need some rest. I need to sleep for about 2 days. I'll be okay.
Is there anything I can do for you? Would you like me to hunt some squirrels for you? Bring them back.
I don't drink animal blood. I'll be fine. It's okay.
I can do it. go to the liquor store,
Shut up.
drugstore.
Shut up.
y'all are there at the house. Y'all just pulled up.
Cool. I'm getting out of the car, and I'm walking towards. At this point, I'm walking towards the others, and I'm be like, Ace, I wouldn't mind that cigarette now.
Yeah, Karen, do you know that literally all of your aunts and uncles and family members all use your grandmother's birthday as their security code? So you can easily get into all of it. It's just something that they all remember, and they're all using each other's like beach houses and townhomes for just various different, let's say, like work-related things or vacations, or, stuff like that.
Impromptu things. Yeah, little weekend over, that kind of stuff. We do.
Yeah, just like luncheons.
Yeah.
I immediately see what there is to eat.
Val, you look a little worse for wear. I tell you what. I got a groundskeeper that clocks in at 6 a.m. He's like 92. If you want to, that's fine.
I will remind y'all that this is in the middle of the day. In the middle of the night, actually, because when y'all took y'all's rest yesterday, it was in the middle of the day. So now this is like well into midnight.
Karen, I have a question. How close is the nearest house? Or the nearest big area?
I don't know. I don't know, Tony. Where's that?
Well, you're in a suburb, so you're in a neighborhood. The houses are just a couple hundred feet away from each other. This house is probably sitting on like an acre of land, maybe.
Is there like a center of town? Like, is there like a town square around here? Somewhere that maybe there's like that one or two stragglers that are just in the square at this time of night?
There's always homeless. Always homeless.
Val's just gonna dart as fast as she can.
Take a left!
Okay, we will get back to you in a bit.
Alright, just took a left, that's all that matters. Just go that way!
She took a left.
Right.
What do for everybody else?
I hold out a cigarette for Val. And well, here you go. Oh, okay. Damn, she can run. She got legs. I'll put my cigarette back in the thing. I'll check my pocket watch, see the time.
I'm just looking for something to eat in the fridge.
Yeah, there's nothing in the fridge that's like a half-eaten pizza or stuff like that. It's like there's a couple bottles of orange juice, like the 12 ounces. There's some sodas, some beers. Not really a whole lot of pre-made food. You find cans in the cabinet of like SpaghettiOs, raviolis, soups, lentil bean soup, some progressive soups, stuff like that. Beans.
There wouldn't happen to be any pizza rolls in the freezer, would there?
No, nothing like that.
All right, I heat up a can of SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, there's no pre-made food in the house.
It's all like non-perishable stuff.
Correct.
Okay.
Because this is kind of like a little vacation home, so there's nothing that could spoil too quickly here.
All right, I'm just heating up a bowl of SpaghettiOs in the microwave.
Plot twist: there is no microwave.
Oh God.
Okay, I'll put it on the stovetop.
No. Oh yeah, it's in the microwave. It's fine. Anyways,
like straight up can unopened on stove. No soup bowl.
No. I will say now that you guys are out of the woods, you do all have cellular service now.
I'm sure our phones are going.
Yeah, Karen's phone kind of blows up. Like you have like 14 missed calls from your mother, like 7 from your dad, a bunch of text messages from your mom just ranting about your dad. Ace doesn't get anything. Dex doesn't get anything. Well, Ace on his computer doesn't get anything, should I say?
I would like to actually meet with, because, well, Val isn't here, but I'd like to meet with Ace and Karen to propose an idea.
Yeah.
Timothy's probably still in the car. No one picked him up.
Yeah, he found his way to the couch after y'all pulled the cars in. And
I was like, did he move?
He just falls asleep on the couch.
There we go. Attaboy.
So, Ace, Karen, I wanted to propose an idea to you, and I wanted to get your thoughts. I redact what I said about not wanting to call headquarters, but I wanted to see if either one of you could give me some insight on a way we could lead the conversation to sort of reveal to us whether or not they had any knowledge of us being attacked or not. If it's clear that they didn't know that we were attacked, then maybe they had nothing to do with it. But if they somehow let it slip that they knew we were attacked without us ever telling them, then I think that's very suspect and something for us to consider. What are your thoughts?
Why don't we have that conversation in the morning? Like, not this conversation. If we want to contact headquarters tomorrow, it's late. If we give them a call in the middle of the night, obviously something's going to seem a little suspect anyhow, but there's also something I want to look into that might give us a little bit more insight on the person that we dealt with. That if I can make it back to my office, I might be able to find a little bit more details on. Speaking of, how far is the townhouse here from my office?
Everything's only a couple miles down the road.
Okay. But yeah, then in the morning, if we could actually go by there, I think I might have something that can give us a little bit more insight on the person that attacked us. And I'd like to have as much information as possible before we contact headquarters.
Yeah, I mean, if I hit up Boss Man right now, he's gonna know that shit just hit the fan, and I don't want him to know that just yet. So we'll have to call him at regular times when he clocks in tomorrow.
I've also been thinking about having a conversation with Gabriel, and with no repeat of the last time. Obviously, Karen, I apologize. I will not be taking you with me. I apologize for last time.
Super thanks.
But, at least you can feel privileged that you were the first living human to ever find their way into heaven. So, there's that. You're welcome, I guess.
It sounds like you've kind of pushed it to the limit of how many times you can just pop in for a conversation with Gabriel. I don't think he really seems to want to have a casual conversation with you anymore.
I'm an angel. I can go to heaven whenever I damn well please. It's just the offense was taking a human with me.
Sure, but I think from what I recall of what you're saying, it sounds like more he's ready for you to step up and prove yourself a bit more before you go back there. Like, he wants to see you earn respect for yourself before he's really willing to talk to you as equals.
Gabriel is a bit more mild-mannered than Michael. I would not absolutely want to go visit Michael right now.
You have that backwards.
I have that backwards?
Yeah, you have that. Michael is the one that's like basically like Michelangelo. Like he was the one that was painting on the canvases and stuff like that. And he's the calm and collective one. Gabriel is the one who just got done leading a war band through hell and killed an archdemon.
Well, then substitute everything I said about Gabriel with the name Michael instead.
Yeah, you seem to be on the ball about this whole thing.
Hey, you don't know that. So, I just wanted to visit him. I feel like I can lead the conversation in a way that I get something useful out of it.
Alright, well...
Just call it a...
You know your family better than I do, but... I would just say... Make sure that it's actually going to be worthwhile for you to go talk to him this time. 'Cause I don't know... It seems to me like... You're running out of cards in your deck to be able to play it, and be able to just keep popping in and talking with your family. I think they're wanting to see you kind of act a little more independently and not rely on them so heavily.
I have faith in this. I do.
Well, by all means, like I said, I'm just giving you my own 2 cents on it, but few and far between is it for me to talk to you about how to handle family.
I think if my brother just sees me taking this seriously, it'll help. I think if he sees a piece of who I was before I came here, Sometimes you just have to have faith. And in this moment, I do.
Well, I have faith in you, so do as you see fit. And again, we need to change the music. What is the music we're listening to tonight?
You don't like this one? I like this one.
Please put on something a little bit more upbeat that we can keep up with.
It's putting me to sleep.
All right. Give me some keywords. Give me some keywords. Because classic rock that kind of fizzled out. So as did smooth rock.
So, Ace would know that you do have contacts of just all different things. You've been in the mystical field and doing this for a while. So you know people that own like antique shops that have probably some knowledge a little bit further than yours, and you know some pretty shady people that own like a pawn shop that also sells other than basic necessities in their shops. So you do have contact here.
Okay. Well, it's been a day. So unless there's anything else worth discussing, I'd like to turn in.
And you've only been awake for like 3 hours, but it has been an emotional wreck for 3 hours.
But no, I've been up for longer than that. I was up for a while. I didn't sleep all day.
We'll call it a power nap that y'all took at the last motel.
Oh, that's right. We were at the motel resting. I thought like we still got up in the morning, and if it's like midnight now.
No, we went to bed in the morning.
It's been y'all got there in the morning because when you first got to Jersey, you had been driving for like 24 hours.
Well, it's been a busy day, so.
Yeah, I mean, you can sleep as much as you want, old man.
How's Karen looking? She look okay? She look happy to be home? She excited?
And Tony, whenever there's a chance, I'm going to go visit Michael. But you tell me when that happens because I want other people to kind of do their thing before I go do mine.
Let's say you are gone and we will get back with you shortly. It is just Ace and Karen.
Cool.
I scoot down on the couch, one of the probably 3 in that whole facility, and start watching TV. Like, I'm wide awake, so I'll just catch up on the news, try to get my mind off of what's happening.
I will plop down next to Karen on the couch and just kind of lean up against her a little bit and yeah, alright, we can stay up, sure.
Yeah, Jimothy also on the couch. He just like looks over.
There's like there's like 3 couches in this giant room, right?
He just like looks over and he's like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to bed too. And he just rolls over.
There you go.
Someone tells me Jimothy's a snorer.
So, we go to Val. You are in the downtown streets of New York, just running through and skulking through the shadows. You find a couple people that might be your prey. What is it exactly that you're looking for?
I am just looking for that, that drunken female that's just by herself. Someone I can come up to and just kind of sway.
Yeah, I mean, you find it. What do you want to just outright take them down an alleyway and just drain their blood?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take her over. I'm just gonna literally take her and just kind of walk with her, and I'm just gonna kind of drain her halfway, and then carry her to a park bench, sit her on a park bench, and leave.
All right. How much life do you get back from life drain?
Hold on.
However much that is, just half that, round down. And that's how much you can get back.
Okay. I think it's like 1 point. But I'm not 100% sure. Hold on.
I think it's only 3 points, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 3 points.
Okay, so you can recover 1 from this one person.
And then I'm just gonna go find the next kind of person that does that, and then I'm gonna leave them on the same park bench until there's like 4 of them just sitting on the park bench. And
On
then
the same park bench.
So, real quick, once you do this twice in the same place, you notice that when you're taking the third body back, you find there's now like a group of cops all hanging out at this park bench, just like, and there's more and more coming. They found the bodies.
I'm gonna drop the body and
They're
run.
not dead, right?
No, they're not. They're just drained. So you take off running, and then you walk down a couple alleyways trying to get your bearings back. And when you turn down one corner, you see a car fly in from one side, and then on the other side, you see another car. And about 4 or 5 figures get out and kind of surround you. And one approaches you. He's got long, dark hair, very pale complexion, and he just looks pretty normal for like human looking. And he just looks you up and down and just tells you, "You're in the wrong turf. Why are you here?"
And who may you be to be saying that I'm in the wrong turf?
"Well, you're not from here. I am. This is our turf. We hunt these grounds. And you're kind of making a mess of things. We've been watching. You're not the only one who stalks the night."
Well, if you are who I think you are, then you understand that any violence among our own kind is very, very not what you want to do.
He straightens up a little bit, and then he motions towards one of the cars, and a door opens, and he says, "Upon trespassing in another elder's hunting ground, we invoke the right of the hierarchy. Get in the car. You see the elder."
I have no elder, but I will do so.
You might not have one, but you're in another's playground.
I assure you I am much older than y'all are, but I will go speak with your elder.
He does not reply to that. Are you getting in the car?
Yeah, she straightens herself up and literally just pushes past them and gets in.
They step out of your way as you approach the car. They step out of your way, and they wait till you get in. They don't slam the door on you or anything. They just kind of help you get in, or shut the door. They're pretty courteous to you.
Oh, okay, I get in.
All right, and it almost seems like they're driving around in circles for a while until they get to like this downtown hotel, and they circle. You know that they circled this building a couple times, and they get to and pull in front of the hotel, and it looks like there's a valet out there, and the driver gets out and walks back and opens your door, and the valet hops in, and so the driver and this other gentleman walk you to the front door of the hotel, and they walk you to the elevator, and it's a very regal looking hotel, and like marble flooring and these large canvas style Renaissance style paintings on the wall. They get you to the elevator, and they take you all the way up to the penthouse suite. And when they motion for you to walk out of the elevator,
I walk out.
the one gentleman that spoke to you earlier, he hasn't said anything the whole ride or the elevator trip. He gets out, but the driver stays in the elevator, and the door shut behind you. And the gentleman in front of you, he just softly speaks to you, and he says, "The elder will be waiting in the hall." And he just motions towards one of the large double open doors in the back of the room.
I step through the doors.
So, what you see is it's almost like you walk from one world to another. This is not. It no longer looks like some type of penthouse suite or a hotel. The floor is made of crude stone with stone pillars going up and this red carpet rug stretching all the way back to the back end of the room. And there in the middle of the room sits a throne. There is still sconces, like actual flame burning sconces on the walls. And the gentleman sitting on the throne at the end, he's got these very long, elongated fingers and nails, and he looks like he is just permanently in a full werewolf, or not werewolf, but vampire form, and he just motions for you to come towards him.
I bow and I walk forward to him.
He doesn't stand up. He leans forward towards you, and he just eyes you, just stares at you, and without moving his mouth, you hear his voice just come through. Why are you in my city?
My name is Valencia Knight.
I know who. I asked why.
If you know who, then you know that I have accepted multiple contracts working for an organization. Mine just happened to be here.
I do not care about an organization. This is my city. Why are you in my city?
Because I am taking a contract with a group of that I'm with because we get paid to do so, to take care of things that are in your city. We are
His eyes kind of narrow. You play with mortals? You play their games?
hold on. They are not mortals. The only one that is any inclines of a mortal is one. The others are no mortals, and
But you
plus,
said you work for a mortal organization, so you play games with them? They are lesser, inferior, and by such you deem yourself so.
that is fine for you to think that. But let's
As
just
rights that you are who you are, I give you 3 days. Take care of your business and get out.
What
And
do you mean?
He points towards the door.
May I ask a few questions before I leave? And I promise we will be out in 3 days. But what do you mean by I am who I am?
You are not feral.
Correct.
That is
But
your answer. That is
I
who
don't
you
remember.
are.
I don't remember my elder. I don't remember any of that. I know they still exist. Maybe I have this feeling, but the rest of my entire clan got erased.
Impossible.
I am the only one that I know of.
That you know of.
I don't even know which part of this blasted world I even belong to.
You don't. None of us are.
So you say it's your turf, then where is my turf?
Not here.
Understood. We will be done with our business in 3 days.
He waves his hand, and the 2 oak doors fly open, and you can see that the other figure is just standing on the other end, just waiting for you.
She straightens herself back up and just walks out, head held high.
As soon as you cross the threshold, the doors slam behind you. And the gentleman just smirks. Would you like me to carry you to a destination?
Yes, I need to go, and I'm gonna give them the name of the
address?
Yeah, the address.
Ah, it's a pretty uppity neighborhood. We can go there.
Thank you.
So, what is your business here in New York City?
I've been contracted to deliver some goods that are being transported to New York and make sure they have a safe arrival back to Georgia.
So, what, you're peddling your longevity and eternity with remedial courier tasks?
They're not all remedial courier tasks. I've seen my fair share of adventure, and I've seen my fair share of killing things and doing others, but I have enjoyed what I do. I could have ranked up a long time ago, but that just involves me sitting behind a desk, and that is not where I want to be.
Why would you do that? Why would you sit behind a desk?
Exactly, that's why I haven't accepted any offers to be ranked up.
What do you mean ranked up? What?
Well, in the organization that I work with, they have different ranks.
Right. Well,
So,
he hands you a business card and he says, while you're in New York, give me a call if you need anything and we can, let's say, help you expedite this process of you being here. We don't like ferals and we don't like outsiders. So anything that can help you, help us, not have you, we will help you.
Of course.
The house pulls up and the driver opens your door.
There is one thing. And she's gonna kind of pull out a pad and a pencil, and she's gonna do a quick sketch of the guy that freaking stabbed her in the face. Here, if you know any information on this man, he carries a very, very unique whip and daggers that sink into you and he can retract them. If you know any information on this, appreciated. And here's my number.
He looks at the image and he kind of scoffs for a second. And then he looks at you and he says, are you being hunted?
Yes.
Oh, no, hold on. Maybe you misinterpreted me. Are you being hunted? You, specifically. You.
I'm not 100% sure if it's just me or if it's the people I'm with.
Well,
but there's a possibility that they are hunting me.
He hands you back the paper, the sketch, and he says, well, if they're hunting you, then the faster you leave, the better we all are. And he motions you towards the door to get out.
She gets out.
Have a good one, Val. And the door shuts and the driver walks back around and they drive off.
She's gonna pull out a cigarette, light it up, and walk into the house.
No? You see that Jimothy is taking an entire couch to himself, and then Karen and Ace has fallen asleep with the TV on, just sleeping in the living room.
I'm gonna send a text message to Dex. Meet me on the front porch.
Okay. All right. So Dex, you've just appeared back in Michelangelo's study.
the first thing I'm going to just say is, hello, brother.
He's standing literally in the exact same spot, but it looks like he's got like 3 more easels around him than last time. And he just, without even missing a brushstroke, he just, oh, hello, Dix. How are you doing?
That depends on how you can answer some of my questions. Look, brother, I have something I need to say. I realize...
Yes, grab the yellow paint for me, please. I'm running thin over here.
Of course. As I grab the palette of yellow paint and take it to him.
Yeah, there's like a little assortment of bottles of different paints, and he's holding one of those little art hand things that has just different colors on it. And
The palette.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hand it to him and then just take it just a couple steps back to where I'm probably standing like 3 feet away from him.
Yeah, he doesn't stop. He doesn't even turn around and look at you. He just keeps going. Ask your questions, Dex.
Listen, brother, I realize my standing in heaven. I do. And I must confess that I have become enamored with the ways of humans. To be honest, I find them fascinating. Despite the problems that I have with our Father, I do acknowledge that of all his creations, those are the ones that he got right. And I have to give him credit for that. However, I do acknowledge that I have become compromised over the last few centuries living on that world. And I want to do better. I do. But I need your help.
Dex, how much do you know of the monsters on Earth?
Well, a great deal. Which ones particularly? They are numerous and vast.
Exactly. That is what I mean. Do you think the monsters are created by God?
That I do not know. On the one hand, when you look at God's creations and you see, the dinosaurs of ancient times, he clearly is capable of creating monsters to a certain extent. But these, I don't know. I don't sense his influence when it comes to things like wraiths, vampires, wendigos, werewolves.
What is it that you're after here, Dex? What are you asking me?
I'll cut to the chase. There's a threat, whether it is intentional or not, to my mission. Lucifer intends to bring about the apocalypse prematurely. This is not God's apocalypse. This is Lucifer's apocalypse that he intends to bring about.
No one truly knows what Lucifer wants. He wants a lot of different things. If you ask 10 angels the same question that you're telling me now, or statement, you're going to get 15 different answers. It's all hearsay. Lucifer might not want to bring the end of the apocalypse. Nobody truly knows, Dex. But what are you trying to do? Stop the apocalypse?
I'm trying to stop his apocalypse. This is not God's apocalypse that is about to happen.
Okay, what if it's not his apocalypse, Dex?
Have you spoken to Father? Has he told you this is exactly what he wants to happen? My gut tells me no, that it is not.
Dex, and he puts down the pallet, and he turns around towards you, and he takes a side step. Tell me, what do you think of my newest artwork? And you see a canvas that is a landscape. The sun is a dark orange, and it is the buildings. There isn't a whole lot of buildings in the background. They're not very tall. They look like several different houses and log cabins and stuff, but you see you see both humans on one side of the painting, and they're running away from the middle of the painting. There is monsters of all different shapes and sizes, and you see an ogre, you see looks like to be a spirit and a ghost, and they are chasing the humans. And then on the right side, it's just empty. There's nothing on the right side of the painting. What do you think?
I find it to be beautiful, though. Do I sense allegory in this painting? The right side is empty, which insinuates that nothing is responsible for these monsters' existence.
So, going back to your first statement, the monsters. Why?
That is something I'm still searching for the answer for. Why? Do you have the answer to where these monsters came from? As far as, I can tell you what I know from earthly knowledge, that each of these races of monsters originates from an elder, but...
Look at the painting again, Dex. What is missing?
Cough, cough, caw, allies. Caw.
He moves over to your side, and he stands beside you, and he puts one hand on his chin, and he holds his elbow, and he just strokes his, little... He doesn't have a beard, but he has, that 5 o'clock shadow constantly. And he just scratches his chin and rubs on his beard. What is missing, Dex?
Nobody stands with the humans.
Caw!
No. There is something about the painting. It's not finished yet. What is on the right side that's missing, Dex?
Can I roll an insight check?
Do you want to investigate? You can roll to investigate if you want.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, go for it.
Can I use weird for this because of black magic?
No, there's no magic here. We'll just say roll investigate a mystery. There's nothing bad that can happen from looking at this painting.
Okay, so what roll does investigate a mystery usually take? Because I've only ever used weird for it.
Sharp.
Oh, crap, I have no bonuses to sharp. Yeah, that's a 3.
Yeah.
There's no angels in this painting.
The right side of the canvas is just blank.
There's no angels in this painting, nor is there any demons.
Okay.
Both sides of the celestial spectrum are not represented.
Correct. Would you like a hint? I'm trying to help you, Dex. I really am. You mentioned the monsters, you mentioned the apocalypse, you mentioned both 2 different apocalypses, but you failed to understand the monsters, Dex. Would you like me to help you or not?
I would.
So he reaches his arm out and he snaps his fingers, and you see this magnificent golden glaive appear in his arm. And he goes, well, this is what's missing, and you look again at it. And he spins the glaive around and he slices down the right side of the page, leaving this large tear down the right side of the page. And when he gets done, he snaps his finger again and the glaive disappears and he rejoins your side. What do you see now?
What do I see besides a big hole in the painting now, or a big slash across the painting?
It's not a hole per se. It is the right side of the painting, as soon as where all of his painting ends, there is now a slash mark where the painting is just ripped. So yeah, it looks like a paint to you. It looks like a painting that now has a very large tear right through the middle.
The natural order has been torn asunder.
Dex, I worry about you, but in a good way. You're getting there. And he pats you on the back.
Look, the main reason that I came here is, and what I meant by whether it's intentional or not, there is somebody who is opposing the divine order. We were attacked yesterday by a man in rose-colored glasses.
That's what men do. They attack each other. It's
But
tradition almost.
I'm an angel, and this was a human. He should not have been able to stand against me. As not
you a human?
I can only assume so. I attempted to banish him in a way that would have worked against any sort of monster or spirit, but it didn't work against him. He wasn't a demon. It would have worked if he was a demon. He wasn't a vampire, werewolf. He wasn't a monster at all. And if he's not an angel or a demon or any kind of monster, that only leaves one option.
So he walks away from you and he grabs another easel and he sets it up behind the painting that he was painting on. And he just looks at you and he just says, don't mind me, just continue talking. Also, another thing. When you banish a monster, where do they go?
Somewhere. Anywhere but there. I would assume if I were to banish a demon, they would go to hell. As far as a vampire, I do not know. Or werewolf, same. Or a wraith, or a changeling, or any other. I do not know.
Okay. So, what happens if you try to banish a human? Do they not go anywhere?
No, because they belong exactly where they are.
So, which is how you've determined that this man was a man, and not a monster, because he's from here. But what if a monster is born on Earth? And if you banish them, do they not just stay on Earth?
I mean, I've banished creatures that were on Earth. A monster thing created from various parts.
Banish something to its native plane. What I'm asking is, what if they were born on Earth? Is that not their native plane? Were they not born there? What determines the native plane?
Where their spirit resides, where their energy originates. Brother, I make no mistake. I understand that you are wiser than me. You are much older. You're an archangel. I'm just a lowly angel. I don't have the same knowledge and strength that you do.
Archangel. I like to think of myself as an arcanist compared to the battle-hardened warrior hero that your brother is. Our brother.
But aside from God himself, you are among the most powerful beings in the universe.
Oh, no. Please.
Brother, I mean, I say that not to flatter you. It's just simply the truth.
You see him grab another painting after just shuffling through a bunch of, like a whole stack, and he pulls one out that it's a different scenescape where it has a starry night sky, and it's a land canvas where there's a couple trees and everything, but there's no people, there's no monsters, there's nothing on it. And he places it on the easel behind the painting that he just painted, and he walks back to you, and you can clearly see through the rip that he's created. In the background, you can see one of the trees and the starry night and some of the grass through the tear. And he says, "So, what? I'm sorry, Dex. I'm so in my own little world over here that. Can you remind me again? What do you see now?"
So, when he puts this painting over the other painting, exactly what do I see?
It's behind it.
Okay.
So
when I look at the tear of the other painting, what do I see exclusively in between the lines of that tear?
You see a starry background, like a starry night. You see like a dark green, grassy landscape, and a couple trees behind it.
Unadulterated creation.
Now, let's... I don't want to give you all the answers, Dex. I really don't. Because I can't. I mean, but even if I did have all the answers, I think Gabriel would be upset with me giving you the answers. Because I promised him that I would stay out of your affairs in trying to stop whatever it is that you're doing, or to try to assist you, as everyone needs to make their own path through their time in existence. And yeah, as far as this human with ruby glasses, I don't know. I honestly have no idea what that is. He had a dagger that could hurt you.
He wielded an ancient weapon, a whip of some kind.
There's many humans have created their own power source from different artifacts and different places. The humans are a magnificent race. They some can control arcane powers and different mystical arts, and they could have imbued this magic with such powers. They do have dark rituals that they have, even though that they get from the other side down below. They could also befriend other monsters and creatures to get such knowledge and craft these weapons. I did not know that humans had weapons that could potentially kill an angel, but it would not surprise me. But anyways, I actually have to go and do something. Would you mind if I go to your garden and pick some roses? I need some more red.
Of course. All I ask is a favor for a favor. You can get anything you want out of my garden. If you just keep an ear to the ground about this individual. Rose-colored glasses, wields an ancient whip.
I will. Keep an eye on my painting for me. I don't want it to get up and run away. Would you please? And he turns and starts walking towards the door.
Of course, I say as he's probably already walking out the door.
Do you look back at the picture?
I do.
So, when the door shuts behind him and you see the painting, it starts to move. Everything, it looks like the scene is playing out in reverse. The monsters and the humans looks like they're backtracking from running away and being chased. And the monsters look almost as though they are being sucked back in through the rip. And behind them, when you go to walk around to see the back landscape, you can see that there is another tear that opens on the other side, and you can see the monsters being sucked in as they too are trying to run away from the tear. And it's just a flip scene where in one portrait it looks like they're running out of the rip towards the humans, and in the other portrait it looks like they're running away from the tear and trying to get away from it. Until all the monsters are out of the first canvas and the tear seals back up and the portrait finishes itself. So now the whole portrait is complete. And the second portrait in the back are full of monsters that look to be some of them look like they're sitting on the ground having a little picnic. You see another one that looks like one's in a tree trying to get some type of toy or something that's been stuck in the tree.
I admire it for a moment, and I'm just going to wait for Michael to come back.
It's quite a while, and you expect he's not returning for a while. Like, you're there for... time works different. So, up in heaven, you're there for several hours just looking around. Are you actually going to sort through his paintings?
Would I imagine he'd be angry at me if I did?
No. He
okay, then
when people look at his paintings, but
then I am.
He expects you to say something about them.
Then I am going to look through them. So as long as he's not going to be angry.
You find several of them that look like a portrait of Gabriel, just cutting off a demon's head, or some type of hellscape, or maybe some type of apocalyptic scene. Or then you find other ones. You find ones of humans at war, chasing into battle. Some of the paintings, the longer you stare at them, the more you could swear that they start to move and the figures start to fight each other in the paintings. And you get to a couple that's just a landscape, and you stare at them, and the wind starts to blow through the trees, and you see the ripples in the water, and you see the moon set and the sun rises, and birds spread across the painting, and a lot of them are pretty good.
I'm gonna, I guess at this point, I'm gonna acknowledge that he's probably not coming back for a while. I mean, I would probably imagine a long while. And I'm gonna fly back to Earth.
All right.
Back to the mansion that I was at before.
Yeah, you appear, and you hear the front door shut. You look over and see Jimothy, Karen, and Ace asleep on the couches. And yeah, you're just standing in the kitchen.
Do I hear like a text alarm go off on my phone?
Yeah.
Then I go meet with Val.
Okay. Yeah, she's out on the front porch.
Okay, I go meet with Val.
Val, you literally just sent that text to him like 2 seconds ago.
Well, that was fast, Dex.
I see you're feeling better.
Yes, we have an issue.
Another one?
Yes, I kind of pissed some other vampires off.
What did you do, Val?
Well, when I went and fed, I was hunting in somebody else's territory without realizing it.
You left them alive, right?
Yes, but I was still hunting in their territory, and with our kind, that's a big no.
So ignoring the first part of this, what are the hang-ups? And by this point, I imagine she could tell there was something on my mind, but I'm just not saying anything about it.
Listen, Dex, I understand that there's a problem with you right now, and we will get to that later. But we have 3 days to get out of here, and they are willing to help us get the fuck out, which means they are willing to help us do whatever it takes to get out of New York. But here's the problem. That guy that was hunting us, they told me that if he is hunting us, want to...
Your sound kind of broke up there for a second. Brandon? Brandon? Yeah, I can hear you. It was literally just like the last couple words that I couldn't hear.
So they said the guy that I gave him a sketch of who it was, and they told me that if he is hunting me, they definitely want us gone, because if he's there, if he comes to New York, they are fucked.
Which means that can almost translate to a bargaining chip for us.
Yes, but here's the thing. That means if an entire clan of vampires, including an elder, is afraid of him, there's an issue there, Dex.
Well,
I have never seen an elder afraid of something.
So, Val, the only elder that you saw was the one on the chair, on the throne. He seemed more or less annoyed that you were even there. He wouldn't know about the guy. The other guy that was in the car.
Oh, that's right.
The other guy in the car, he didn't seem afraid. More or less, when you showed him the sketch, he was just annoyed. So
Gotcha.
there wasn't a sense of fear in them, but more of like an annoyance.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna portray the annoyance.
So we have until 3 nights from now. Doesn't seem too problematic.
Well, we were supposed to pick up the package within by tomorrow. We're supposed to pick up this package, I thought.
So we go pick it up.
Well, the others are still asleep.
We'll discuss it in the morning. I wanted to talk about, and I'll bring you into the loop on this conversation as well. The only reason I didn't bring it up to you is because you weren't here. I'm wanting some creative ideas on a call we can make back to headquarters. And in a way that we can lead the conversation.
Let's not the only thing we need to contact headquarters about is when we have the package. Once we have that. No, this is why. Because if we contact headquarters and we tell headquarters we have the package, and we do it in a secure location, and we grab the package, only headquarters know that we have the package. So if we get ambushed, then we know there's a lead.
I see.
You see what I'm saying? If
I do.
only headquarters knows that we have the package and we are in arrival, we tell them that we are going to take a specific route. And what we
and
do
then we
is
follow the route that we tell them.
No, we take Jimity's car, you, Dex, or you and me, we go in Jimity's car to the routes that we tell them. Let Ace go with the other way that we're not telling them we're taking. So if we and you get ambushed, all you have to do is poof us out of there.
And then we'll know that they have somebody on the inside.
Exactly. So
I don't tell you this enough, Val, but I like the way you think.
Listen, I'm a devious little freaking vampire, but I promise you, I may have done some stupid shit, but I'm also, at least I know what to do when the time is right.
So, if our car is the one that is attacked, that can serve as evidence of the fact that there is a mole within the organization.
Correct.
If it is their car that is attacked, then that serves as evidence that this man is acting independently, is tracking us.
Exactly.
Let's bring this up to the others in the morning. Make sure that they're on board. But for the record, I am definitely on board with this plan.
As long as we have to understand that Jimothy needs to go with Ace. Me and you are the only two that need to take Jimothy's car.
And if things get bad, I just fly us out of there.
Exactly.
We'll talk about this more in the morning.
Y'all calling for a night?
Yep. Alright, I'll see you in the morning. As she's going to light another cigarette and walk through the door and go find a bedroom to sleep in.
Yeah, there's like 4 bedrooms.
Yep. I'm going to go to sleep and wait and I'm going to wake up in the morning.
Is there like a lounge chair out on this balcony where like I could actually lay down?
No, there's rocking chairs.
I'm just gonna sit down and close my eyes. I don't really have to sleep, but I'm just gonna more for meditative purposes than anything. I'm just gonna lay down in this chair and close my eyes and pass the night.
All right. Hey, so you still there?
What up?
Karen, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just...
Yeah, I will let you guys have the floor for a while, because I realized that I kind of had it there for a hot minute, so...
It's okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure they didn't pass out from all the boring conversations that we just had. Sorry, guys. It's my fault. All right. Karen, can you please roll weird for me?
I'll have Shaz do that for me, since I can't seem to get in Infinity Grounds to save my damn life. He can, everyone else can, but I can't.
And what's your weird modifier?
7. 0. So
0?
Flat 7. Yeah, flat 7.
So as you sleep, you replay. Your dream is not really a dream. More or less, it feels as a memory. You're sitting at the table when this figure walks into the motel, and you hear him mumble some words, and then he cracks his whip, and the table explodes. And then you wake up and watch Val pick up your body and drag you towards the car and put you in it. And you run after him, yelling at him that you're right there. And then you see just a bunch of different things go off. You see the fight that happens between Dex and Ace and this figure just all at one time. And you see the ice wall fly up, and you see his figure explode the ice wall with like a finger gun, and you see that he has like, it looks like this little mini gun pops out from underneath his robes at his wrist, and when he pushes his thumb down, he hits this trigger on the top, and it fires this gun, and then you see the ice wall explode. And then as you're just walking around him, you see him pull out a cell phone, and he just mumbles some words. It's very, you can't understand what he's saying, but it's just like it almost reminds you of listening to Charlie Brown, where you hear womp 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 womp.
Yeah.
Then you hear a phrase, the target has friends. One's a vampire. One's an angel. I'm okay. Laceration to lower rib cage. I'll find them. And then you see him take off his sunglasses and drop them on the floor as they just shatter into pieces. And then you hear him say, it just became personal. And he starts to walk down the street, trailing what seems to be the same path as the cars. And then you wake. And Ace is slumped over on top, like on your shoulder. You see Jimothy on the other couch. You can hear him slightly whimpering.
I rub my eyes, take a deep breath. I'm just
You
gonna
just
sit there for a second.
shove Ace off the couch.
GTFO! I would just sit there for a second, trying to acclimate myself to the current surroundings, because it's not my usual surroundings. And I get up and lay Ace down, and I go grab just a glass of water, and then find a bedroom to sleep in.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's morning time.
I'm gonna take me a power nap. Everybody
Okay.
else is sleeping. I'm taking me a nap.
Okay. So,
Yeah,
Ace?
a little bit like home.
I can't hear what he's saying.
I can't hear you. He doesn't want you to hear me. Hear him, rather.
Oh, okay.
He's just teasing me.
Yeah, Ace, you're awakened. Karen's no longer around. You can hear Jimothy kind of whimpering and crying to himself in the couch.
Like a sad little puppy.
I will get up and see Jimothy, and I will put a blanket over him. Hopefully that'll settle him down a bit. Then I'm gonna give me some coffee, because it's been a day.
Yeah, I mean, they got like a really nice coffee maker. There's even like a latte espresso machine beside it, and a Keurig.
So I'm just gonna kind of like, as I'm having my coffee, take up my notebook and flip through some of my notes, and really just want to go find everybody else.
Yeah,
Val's gonna walk out of her room.
Yeah, I mean, Val wakes up to the smell of coffee, comes downstairs, and you can easily find Ace or Dex just sitting on the front porch, just kind of like arms crossed, head down, just meditating in a chair.
Hey, Tony, could I do a thing for this? Could my angel wings be extended?
No.
In a way, I mean, I know angel wings aren't visible to humans, but in a way that it would, like, sort of cast shadows onto the porch.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When you're meditating, you can't really control your shadow. So, yeah, we can say that. But when you will know that when you're in heaven, you cannot hide your wings. You saw Michelangelo's like magnificent giant wings and Gabriel's wings and Zed's when you were all there. Karen would have seen them all too.
Yeah, I know on Earth people can't see my wings, despite the fact that they are, in a spectral sense, they're there.
Yeah.
I would imagine, like, sort of, if I extended them, if there was, like, direct light on me, it would sort of cast a shadow in the shape of my wings, like, on the ground.
Yeah, we'll say
if they were fully extended.
Yeah, we'll say while you're meditating, they're there. And when you use your angel wings, people can kind of see an outline of it, so...
Okay, gotcha.
So, Ace, I know we're gonna have to talk to Karen when she gets up, but I have a plan.
Alright.
We don't need to necessarily contact headquarters just yet. Let's get the package, tell headquarters we have the package. So we need to tell them that we're going on a specific route. And me and Dex are going to take that specific route. You and Karen are going to take it with Jimothy over there, and you're going to take another route.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Dex are going to take Jimothy's car. You and Karen are going to take another car.
Mm-hmm.
If me and Dex get ambushed, we know it's headquarters. If you and Karen get ambushed, we know that guy is working solely on his own.
And what do we do when we get ambushed?
Just send an SOS message.
We barely survived when he attacked all of us. I don't know if we can
have the message already set on your pager. As soon as you get into trouble, hit the button, and we'll angel wings too. We'll use whatever Dex is power to.
I imagine he would know it's my wings that lets us fly, right? Or that lets us teleport.
Whatever Dex can do to teleport us, he can have us teleport us straight to you.
Well,
so either way if we get in trouble, we'll just teleport out to you. If you get in trouble, we'll teleport to you. Either way, as long as you have the SOS message already ready on your pager, for all you have to do is hit the button, we'll immediately go to you. If we get in trouble, well, same thing. We'll come to you.
Well, that's what the group wants. Do we know where we're picking this stuff up? And when?
Well, there's another thing. We only have 3 days to get out of here.
So, Karen, you wake up from your power nap with a text message, and it's an address, and it gives you there's a name that says John Montgomery, and then it also has a number, like a amperstamp, and then a serial number beside it, and a time at like 8 p.m.
Okay, I tell the rest of the group, or go downstairs and have a cup of coffee, tell the rest of the group. And
like I was saying...
Yeah, I'll ask everybody what the hell that means. Like, what do you think we should do?
Well, Karen, good thing you're here, because I was just telling Ace of the plan that I have to see if it is headquarters. And I'll explain it again, and I go, but like I was saying, Ace, there is an issue. I was not exactly sneaky enough last night And now one of the vampire clans that is in New York knows we're here. And they want us gone in 3 days.
But do
Well, that shouldn't be a
vampires not get
problem.
along with each other?
They don't get along when you hunt in their grounds. And I was not aware that I was hunting
They not be better
anyone's
hosts?
ground.
Like, oh, hey, you're a guest. Let's we'll give you a cheese platter made of blood. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
That's not how that works.
But if you weren't caught, you would know that if you weren't caught hunting on their turf, that is exactly how it would work.
Yeah, if I wasn't caught hunting on their turf, they would welcome us in like we were family. At least me, in like I was family.
Well, then why didn't you just approach them?
Because I was hungry. I was also...
So because you're hangry, we have to get out in 3 days.
Yeah, she didn't know she was on someone else's turf. I didn't even know there were vampires here. I've lived here my entire fucking life. I hunt these things. Well, some things.
Let's just say this. That we have 3 days to get out. And once we get... And they will help us escort whatever we need to get out. All I have to do is call, and they will help us get out.
Alright, well, that's extra resources we got in the 3 days that we're here. And to be honest, I don't really want to stick around in one place until we find out this guy that's chasing us is all about.
And apparently, well, I gave them a sketch, and they were rather annoyed that he was there. He was here, and it just gave them more reason to want us gone.
Well, sure, you brought your garbage to their front step.
But anyways,
on that note, I do have a clue to look into. If we can actually make it down to my office, which is just a few miles down the road. So if anyone would like to join me, I'd like to actually get back to my stomping ground.
Absolutely. We can get there.
Is there a date on that?
What, the text message?
Yeah.
Yes, it's this day.
Today.
So we have to go pick that up at 8 tonight.
We'll figure something out between here and then.
So... Hey, Dex!
Yeah.
You
As
a nap?
I wasn't napping. I don't require sleep.
Yeah, well, you looked like you were napping. I told them the plan. I don't know what their thoughts on our plan is, but at least it's a plan.
I think it's the best we got. With the limited options that we have, we may get nothing out of this. And I suppose it's a win-win, because, I mean, if we get nothing out of it and neither group is attacked, then, well, we get by another day without being attacked. But at least if one of us is attacked,
alright, yeah, let's all
we'll know something.
Let's go. Let's go. We've talked about it. We've talked about it 3 times. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do that. What about Jimothy? We just leaving him here?
Jimothy's cool.
He's just sitting on the couch.
Strong, independent man. Let's go.
Brandon just dropped out.
He gone. Let's go.
We'll come back. He's on his phone anyway, so it probably loses service. In the meantime, I'm headed to this garage to, I think the plan was my car. Yeah.
So, Jimothy's just crying on the couch. Just
I'll leave is there any tactical reason we need Jimothy there at all?
I mean, what are we gonna do with him?
Yeah, okay. So we're leaving him here because there's no literal he's literally no use to us whatsoever. Just his vehicle.
I mean, I'm just saying he
Hop in
keeps.
The car. Let's go. If
he keeps his shotgun in his glove box.
Right.
That's
You're
pretty.
all in the car. You're all in the car together. You left Jimothy at the house.
We can take 2 different cars. It's
going
fine.
to.
I'm not taking Jimothy if we don't need to. don't need to
I'm
endanger
going to
fourth
put
life.
some microwave burritos into the fridge or into the microwave and turn it on.
There is
And
no perishable foods in the house.
okay, then I'm just gonna put a can of Chef Boyardee across his face and leave a dum dum there.
There you go.
Smooth. All right. So you all go to this downtown area, and almost like the Bronx kind of area, and you get to this older looking building, kind of looks like a warehouse, and Ace takes you up to like the next floor down from the top floor, like fourth, fifth floor, somewhere around there, and he takes you down this hallway, and there's a couple people that's kind of just hanging outside of their apartments or rooms, and they just look over and like, oh, Ace, you're back in town, nice to see you. And we'll just mosey on down. You know your neighbors, they keep their peace. You've helped out a couple of them, there's odds and ends thing.
Ace, that guy looks like a Joe Bob. Tell me that's his name.
Not at all. But anyway, let's keep going. He's a
So,
nice guy, though. I owe him $5. Let's not talk about it.
You get to the hall, and you find that your office door, it's not really like it's open. It doesn't look like it's been kicked in, but you can definitely tell that the handle is broken.
Yeah, I've been meaning
And
to fix that.
you hear some rummaging going on inside of there.
Angel Blade in hand.
Who's carrying this flaming sword in this
keep
apartment
Angel
complex?
Blade
I'm
down.
not turning the fire on yet, but and by the way, just to add some detail, this is barely even a sword. This is an oversized dagger. Like, it's small enough that I can inconspicuously fit it in the inside of my coat pocket.
Okay. What do?
Just keeping an ear out, how many people does it sound like are in the office?
You hear some very heavy breathing. Like, heavy breathing. And then you hear something topple over, and then you just hear somebody go, ah, fuck.
Yeah, I just charge in.
Yeah. Weapon in hand or no?
I don't carry weapons. Well, I do have a knife, but no, I'm not carrying the knife. I just charge in.
You charge in, and you see this very squat, fat man, bald head, kind of has that like hair that goes around the sides of his head. He's got like a handlebar mustache, and he looks absolutely shocked. You know he's not really a friend, but an acquaintance of yours, and y'all have done some shady dealings in the past, and he just looks over and he's like, huh. Hey, Ace.
Hey, what you doing?
Ace,
Well,
who's this?
I didn't think that you were coming back. You've been gone for a couple days.
Ace, you should tell us his name.
And
That you're definitely not making up on the spot.
you didn't pay me for that last job I did for you, so I figured you had something around your store. Who's all the friends? Who's you guys?
Well, I was going to get around to paying you. Obviously, this was going to be something that came back in. It's an investment, obviously. But
That's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm investing. I'm collecting my investing.
No, you're not collecting anything. Let's circle back to that. Anyhow, this is Dex.
No. Oh, okay. Hey, Dex.
Dex Cortholomew. I'm an angel. I assume you must be Picadora's Testicles. It's a pleasure to meet you. Ace has said a lot about you.
This dude's like 5'1". He's pretty fat. And he's like, yeah, picadores. Yeah, let's keep it at that. And so I'm just gonna grab this here box, and he picks up this box, and it's just full of, it looks like junk. Like some books. It looks like a couple old daggers.
Well, hang on, before we get ahead of ourselves, and I put my hand in the box and kind of push down
trust me, Ace.
really
you got
hard.
company here, and I don't want to be in the way, and I'm just going to take my investment.
You know what? It's so
Johnny?
good that you're here, because we actually have something going on here, and you know what? It's just something that I would love to actually be able to have you as a soundboard, if nothing else on. It's a good opportunity. It's a growing opportunity.
Hold on. The only word I hear is opportunity, and with opportunity comes money, which I don't already have from the last job that you said was an opportunity. And then before that was another opportunity. So tell me, Ace, when is my opportunity going to come into fruition?
Well, that's the conversation that I also had to take up with my business partners, and a certain somebody is not here right now, so I kind of point to the second desk and point to the door that says Ace and Alice Detective Agency.
Yeah.
Hey, Tony, can I do a thing?
What do you want to do?
I want to use magic.
Okay, alright.
I want to give this guy a raging case of jock itch, because I do not trust him.
Okay, you're going to be casting magic against him? Alright, go ahead and roll. Roll your weird.
That's a 7. So, that's a partial success.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a choice. You can have a worse outcome or a hard choice.
It's gonna be a mild case of jock itch then. I'll do the worst outcome, so it's not quite as potent.
Okay. Worst outcome. You see when you cast this spell, he's wearing this bracelet. It's like a leather band that has like this medallion on it. And when you cast the spell, it flashes. And when it flashes, dude, your jock itches so bad. And you see him reach down and kind of just scratch his jock too. He's like, "No, look, I don't. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to in front of the lady. Had to catch myself there real quick." So, and Ace, you know exactly what he's wearing on his arm. That's a mild rebound and incantation bracelet. Like that's definitely yours. He just probably put it on. Doesn't
So
even know
I've got an itchy ass crack right now too. Then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it seems
like so.
You might have helped yourself to a couple things while I've been gone.
What?
As it is.
No. Hey, look, I was gonna go back to my shop. You know, I got the photography studio there, and I was gonna take pictures of everything, and I was gonna send you a text with all the pictures in it, and ask you what I could have. I'm good for it. Yeah, I was gonna ask you first.
I tell you what, how about we just call it is what it is, business partners and all that. But I think I might end up needing you around just to help me out while I'm in town.
Yeah, sure thing. Look, I know you're good for your money. I know. It's just I can't wait forever.
Well, you've been looking around. I don't suppose you've happened to see a chain whip anywhere around here, have you?
You know what? And he puts down the box and he pulls out this chain whip. And he's like, "Yeah, it's in my box. So I guess it's mine." Possession is 9/10 of the law, and it kind of looks like it's in my box, though.
So if I possess your skull, it's mine?
Whoa. Look, Lee.
Yeah.
Whoa. No need to get violent over here. We're business partners. Like Ace said, we're business partners. Let's talk business. How much is it worth?
Well, considering it's mine, it's not worth a whole lot to you.
What do you mean? It's in my box. The box that you owe me.
Come on now. Let's see what we can work out. But that right there is something that I'm gonna need at the moment.
How much you want for it? I'll sell it to you, real cheap. It's the only one in the market.
Can I say something, Tony?
Yeah, go ahead.
I would like to extend my wings so they cast a shadow, and I'm just gonna look at him with flashing blue eyes.
Hold on. I was gonna say something, but my mic muted before you were gonna do that.
Okay, what's up?
Does he appear to be human?
Maybe.
Alright, I'm going to use my wonderful powers, and I'm going to sway him to where he has to do whatever I say.
Okay.
All right, let me roll. Give me a second, and I'll roll it. It's in the dice rolls.
Okay. So what'd you roll?
7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him, give me the box. It is now my box.
You know what? You make a real convincing argument, especially with all your friends with the baseball bat, and it looks like they super glued some Bud Light cans together. You know, you'll make a convincing pair, and he hands you the box.
Thank you. Ace, here you go.
Too kind, too kind.
I will have you know, though, I still need my compensation for giving you the box, though.
No, you don't.
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
You know what? You got me one right there. You got me. Ace, I don't think I like your friends no more.
They grow on you.
How much do you
Just for a little added flair, I am gonna sort of flash the glowing blue eyes for a second.
Right.
So what? Like what's going on here, Ace? Why is your friend over here having glowing eyes and stuff? And
Jersey
what's
boy?
going on?
How Mr. Testicles, as they like to call him?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. How much?
Huh?
Like, how much are you in debt with this kid?
Well, I'm not in debt. I'm not in debt at all. He owes me.
Right. Put a number on it.
Yeah, Ace. Put a number on it.
I mean, who can really weigh these things with numbers? There's so many favors that we've had that go back and forth over the years. I mean,
No, I'm pretty sure we can put a number on it. Probably like one of those prearranged numbers that we agreed to beforehand.
yeah, but I mean, like, let's be honest. We talk about a number.
800, 1200, 15.
No, look. I help you with these jobs. You say you're gonna pay hard cash, but then all you do is get these old relics out of these jobs.
So, do you have any interest in old relics?
No, but I have interest in money when I sell old relics. But Ace never lets me sell them.
What would you say to this? And I pull out one of the 19 Enochian coins that I have left, and before I hand this to you, I know what you're going to say, that possession is 9/10 of the law. So instead, I'm just going to show this to you.
Give it to me. And he pulls out of his pocket like one of those jeweler eyeglass things. He's like, give it to me. Let me look at it.
I flick him the gold Enochian coin.
He takes it, and he like looks over it, and he's like, oh, well, this is... Where'd you get this?
You would not believe me if I told you.
He like walks over to one of Ace's desks and turned on like a lamp, and he stares at it even longer. It's like, oh, man, maybe like 1,000, 2,000 years old? Maybe. What is this? Yeah. You just carry this thing around with you?
Let's just say I brought it from home.
Like a relic, a family heirloom? Like, you got any more of these?
Nope, my only one. I blatantly lie.
How about I get 2 of them?
Roll a persuasion check. No, I'm just kidding.
How about we say this? We call one to make it even, but I might need some jobs done here. A little favor here and now and get them over in town. Before we leave, I'll get you a second one.
Let's just assume that I don't have it on me at the moment. But if your assistance appears satisfactory, I can get you a second coin.
Yeah. Okay.
You have my word on that one.
I don't even know you.
Oh, yes, you do.
Let's just say
We've already done the introduction.
Oh, that's true. It's true.
Let's just say I'm bound by a higher calling.
And currently more responsible for your paycheck than your current employer.
Well, hold on now.
just
We're
saying.
business partners.
Business
He's
partner.
not my
Correct. My apologies.
employer. We're business partners. We're
Right.
supposed to split everything, Ace.
My
Not
apologies.
hoard all of it from one side.
Still more reliable than your business partner.
Okay, all right, look, you got a deal. I take this one coin now. We call all of our past and previous agreements null and void. We go about our ways. I'm still keeping the bracelet. I think it looks good. It fits my arm pretty well. And, yeah, you need some help? I'll always help you out for another one of these coins.
Well, let's just keep your ear to the ground. There's a guy that we might be having an acquaintance of some form or fashion.
Hey, look, if you're looking for a guy, I know him. I know him.
Well, I'm looking for a guy that's been carrying around a whip like this.
I don't know that guy.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe you can ask around, use the usual information scheme that we always have, and see if anybody hears about something like that going on.
I could ask a couple people. Yeah, just like, hey, let me take a walk downtown. I'll just walk around and ask some of the homeless people, like, hey, you seen a crazy dude walking around with a metal whip?
Well, and I have a question for you. Speaking of whips and relics, do you have any other relics that you may have stumbled across that are whip-like?
What I look like? Museum keeper?
You said you're the one that buys and sells rare relics.
That's more of
I figured I'd ask.
Collecting, and that's more my department.
Yeah, I don't collect them. I just know them.
Well, then you know of another whip that is like that one?
No.
You know of no other whip that can actually do shit that's beyond what a normal one can.
What are you talking about? Beyond what a normal one can? It's a whip. You whip things
He
with
means
it.
with magical properties. Cutting to the chase.
Magical properties? What are you talking about? Like,
and I'm making like a cut-off motion.
Exnate on the adjecme. Cough, cough.
I see. By magical, I must clarify. I mean, like, so well crafted that it seems otherworldly.
Here's the thing: do you know of anywhere where I can get a better whip than the one I have? As I pull out mine and crack it.
What are you talking about a whip for? Why would you need a whip? This is like 2020, okay? What? Because
I can hit you in the eye and take your eye out with my whip.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Look, I know this gal, okay? She's uptown, runs this nice little hotel kind of thing. If you're into that kind of stuff, I see your leathers and your whip. I get it. I connect the dots. I know this gal. She's uptown. I can give you the address.
She's really into cosplay. Very much so.
Well, I would say she's really into leather and whips. If you know what I'm saying, big guy.
Well, she looks a lot like that one chick from the Underworld series.
How about you just give me her number and we'll call it a day?
I can give you the address. I'm not gonna just give you people's phone numbers.
All right, give me the address. I'll go speak with her myself.
Yeah, he just walks over to one of Ace's books and just rips out a page and just writes down an address on it.
Thanks.
How you working in this place? You ain't even got stacks of papers? You just writing old books? He gives you an address.
I take it. I will. Are we done here?
No, not at all. We just got here.
Yeah, I think I'm about done here.
Hey, so Mr. Picadores, I have a question for you.
Let's go with that name, Picador.
Yeah. So as I pull out my phone, see, I've been playing Words with Friends a lot lately, and I've been looking for other people to add. Cool. So, do you want to be my friend on Words with Friends?
Unfortunately, no. See, I don't use cell phones like that. I keep myself off the grid. You know, that's how they find you. You download one game and it leads to other games. I actually go to a public library and I use their computers there to play Words with Friends.
You can play Words with Friends on the computer then.
Yeah.
So let me add you as a friend.
That's basically like my bingo night. I go and I play Words with Friends over at the public library. The lady there, she lets me stay overnight.
You know, I'm really good at Words with Friends. If I can add you,
probably better. I could probably beat you.
Put your money where your mouth is.
What's your favorite dinosaur?
It's the one that swims, the big giant shark one. That's my favorite.
Spell it.
The Staphylino.
The rest of us have already started walking out of the room. We're just like, all right, well, we're done.
I'm actually
okay,
going through and actually doing stuff at this point. This conversation's still going on.
Spell it. Go ahead. Spell it.
That would be the mosasaur.
Mosasaur?
Yeah, it's actually a real dinosaur. I just googled it. It's the one that it was in Jurassic World.
Oh, Jurassic World! I love that movie.
Yeah, I do too.
You know what? How about this? As I light up a cigarette and go, fuck y'all. And I'll go help Ace do whatever he's doing.
Alright, well, Ace, I'm taking this bracelet. I'm taking this gold coin. We call each other even. And
I will see you on Words with Friends, my friend.
Yeah. So you see, as he goes to leave the office, he goes right down the hall, like 3 doors down, and turns into a room.
Okay. I check Words with Friends immediately.
There's nothing.
Okay.
Alright, so what are y'all doing in this office? And it's not a cluttered filth, but it does have, like, it does have stuff there. Like, there is a pile of books in different corners, and there is some form of organization to it.
Yeah, so I'm sit myself down in my my chair and wipe off a light sheen of dust on my desk. Right. So now I will take out my the box and take a look at it. Right, this was a thing that I have because I got it for a reason, which, and then I'll start kind of like, I'll pull out one drawer, I'm like, no. So I'll go through and look at another drawer.
I will say, you can use your office as both a lore library and a mystical library from the expert skill tree.
Okay.
So if you go through the expert page, you can check out those two. One of it, when you use it, you get a +1 to investigate a mystery for while you're on a mystery, while you use your office. And the other one gets you a +1 for use magic when you're preparing tomes, grimoires, or rituals, stuff like that.
Well, I want to investigate a mystery and remember why I have this whip and like what all it entails.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, actions. This will be for investigate a mystery, which is sharp.
And then you get a +1 while you're in your office.
I get a +2 because this is for being a detective. I get a +1 to find someone, track someone, or find info on someone.
Correct. So you would get a +1 for your office and +1 for private eye specialization.
So that's a 14.
All right. Ask your questions.
As far as the whole being hidden and not understanding what exactly the whip is and what it does, what is being concealed here?
So I will allow you, so you can have it where you get 2 holds, but then you get a 3rd extra question because you're past 12 for you can ask any question that you want.
Okay.
What is being concealed here is that oh man, this one is such a tough question because I don't want to give you all the answers for everything. This is like one of those questions where it's like, what is the plot hook?
I mean, what's the plot hook, Tony?
Okay, so what is being concealed here? You do find a tome in your book that talks about weapons that were imbued with divine powers, and different weapons were all imbued with divine things. And you find another book that talks about a battle like a couple thousand years ago during one of the Persian Wars, and there was this warrior that had a whip, and he had like not a brigade, but like a little squadron of close knitted knights, and they all had these like each one of these 7 members had a special weapon, and one of them was a whip that literally exploded its enemies with a powerful, like just a little mini explosion that could kill dozens of men all at the same time.
Now, let me. I don't know if I need to ask this or. Well, in fact, I'll just say what happened here. As in, like, how did I obtain this whip in particular?
So,
what's the history
this
of it?
is a pretty easy one. This is actually a job that you when you first met Dex, and he just started hanging around with you, and you knew that he was pretty strong. Even though he doesn't look it, he was pretty strong, and you thought that you might need some muscle for this one job, and Dex was just gung ho to hang out with you. And
of course.
Yeah, you went and met this guy that just had a bunch of artifacts, but he didn't want to get rid of anything, so you needed a little extra persuasion, and you had to trade him a bunch of stuff. And you knew Dex had all these golden coins, so you asked Dex to trade this guy like 3 of these coins for all of his artifacts, and you got a good handful of them. And that was like one of the first times you met Dex, and then y'all been in a couple fights since then. And the guy a couple of days later, the guy sounded a little greedy, and he sent some thugs after you to kind of get the coins back, and that kind of led to a retaliation where it was just, Dex ended up telling you that he didn't like it that some dude had those coins and he was just so like greedy. So Dex went back to go get the coins back, and about all you heard from that end. But Dex returned with his 3 coins that he gave to the guy. He didn't feel like he needed them.
As far as that whip and countering it, knowing what it... In fact, I'll just say... What is a good way of...
From your what's being concealed here, it seems that your whip is a replica of the one that you saw. Like, yours doesn't have any type of arcane ability or power in it, but it seems to be an exact replica.
Okay. What is any way of countering the whip aside from like just dodging it, but like knowing people that might use it, and I guess out of the information I've obtained from people that might have that, what can hurt it? What can counter?
So is this your third? Is your third ask me anything?
Well, this is my third regular question, and I get one ask you anything.
Well, this is investigative history, so you only get 2 questions, and then you get 1 ask me anything. And then on read a bad situation, you get 3 questions, and then 1 ask me anything.
Oh, so I asked you 2 questions, so I get 1 ask you anything.
Yeah.
Where... From knowing what I know of these whips, where might I find someone or a place that sells the actual whips to be able to, like, where would somebody might go to actually obtain the actual version of this?
So I don't think that let's go back to what's being concealed here. Let me give you a little bit more information.
Okay.
Because in the tome that you are reading, this is one of 7 mystical weapons.
Mm-hmm.
There is only one. This is the only writing that you've heard of this one item. And this tome doesn't go into detail about all of them. There's a sword.
So the 7 members of the Persian War, they all had 7 weapons. It wasn't 7 whips. It was 7 weapons, and one of them was
7.
a whip.
Yeah, okay. There was a sword. From what this tome tells you, it only tells you about 3 of them. A whip, a sword, and a dagger. The sword was foretold that it could cut through anything. The whip created little micro explosions that could kill a couple dozen people. And the dagger, it was told that the dagger could stab anyone and never leave a wound. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could stab someone in the heart, pull out the knife, and there would be no blood, no wound, or anything, but the internal damage still stays the same.
Gotcha.
And those are the only 3 weapons that it talks about. So you can go ahead and ask your third question, just keep that in mind.
Okay. Do I know anything of what exactly happened from the war with those items, of where they might have ended up and like in whose hands? I'm trying to get just an idea of like who might have actually obtained these weapons, to get an idea of who we might be dealing with.
Yeah. So, how much do you remember from what I told you on the last episode about the professionals?
I knew that they were former Hive agents that have gone rogue.
No,
okay.
They weren't former. They were still active. I never said they were former or went rogue. I think I said it to Dex that if anyone ever went rogue, they were quickly dismissed. People don't go rogue, and if there was somebody that was rogue, nobody would know. It's pretty uptight, the whole Hive organization. You've worked with several professionals before, or a handful of them. You do remember one of them had... It seemed unorthodox, even in today's age of firearms and all types of different things. There was this one guy that had a bow and a quiver, and he swore he has never missed a shot in his life. And you've seen him pick off guards from a place that y'all were sent for Hive to take out a couple shady, like, vampire Hive clan. And you watch this dude basically assassinate these vampires with a bow and arrow from several hundred yards away. He just aimed it at the sky, released the shot, and it hit the vampire straight in the heart. Ashed him right on the spot. And then there was another professional that you've met that had the sword that could cut through anything. And you have watched this person cut down a werewolf, just clean in two. Where this werewolf, you've seen it take gunfire, it's been burnt, hit with lightning, your ice blades. And this one professional met you one day and asked if you had a problem. You told him you did with a werewolf. And you saw that when he met the werewolf, he just sliced him right in half with one swing. And that was the one and only time that you ever saw that one figure. But you did see their faces. So if you saw them again, you would recognize them. One was called Hamish. He had the bow. And you never got the name of the swordsman.
Okay.
So they all use some pretty proprietary weaponry.
See, why do you think I use a whip?
So I think your best lead would be Hamish.
So yeah, remembering this, I'll look into Karen and the rest of the group. Anybody happen to recall Hamish?
Would I have recognized that name?
No.
Would I have? Because I personally don't recognize that name.
You know what? Roll a d20 for me, Karen.
I just didn't figure since I've been around for a while, I didn't know if I would know that name.
Yeah, roll a d20 for me.
That's strong. I don't give a.
That's a net one.
Is that? Huh?
Alright, give me 1 second.
It's like I don't know, it's my cousin or something. I don't fucking know.
Hold on. That's an 11.
So, yeah, Val, you've met a Hamish before in Hive. This dude, you met him one time while you were at another Hive complex, and he just super charismatic, super cocky, and he just walked up to you and tried to lay some moves on you, and he was just like, "Hey, my name's Hamish. I'm one of the greatest Olympic archers in this time of age. I can strike any target, no matter the distance. You want me to show you some moves?" And then you just quickly dismissed him and walked away. But you've met him before, just the once. So when the name brings up, you kind of get shivers like creeps from this guy.
I met him once, Ace. Horn Dog. He thought he was going to be able to pull some moves on me, and apparently he said he could hit any target. He didn't hit this one.
But yeah, Ace, that sounds pretty true, because the whole time, every conversation you had with Hamish, it was like he either had some type of like sexual innuendos about women or something like that. Just a very like a ladies killer kind of man.
I'm going to speak up and just, whether they know I'm lying or not, they'll probably know I'm lying, but I'm just going to be like, yeah, Hamish, she tried to pull the moves on me too. His Macarena skills, just completely missing what they're even talking about. He really knows how to do the Macarena.
Shut up.
Like
His moves are fantastic.
It's gotta be a metaphor. It's gotta be a metaphor.
Anyways, Ace, yes, I've met him. I'd rather not meet him again, but if that's who we need to talk to, then I guess I can, and I'm gonna pull out of like one of my pouches his number. I guess I could give him a call.
You never got his number.
No? Oh.
Well, Ace does.
I'll look through my Rolodex that I have on my desk.
You most certainly have his number, and it says under it. It says there's a business card on it that says Hamish, Olympic archer, 4-time gold medalist, never bronze. Second place is first place for losers. And then on the back of the business card, it says, "Call me, wingman," and it has his number on it.
Yeah, well, I will reach onto my desk and pull up the rotary phone that I have there. It's like, well, let me see what Hamish might be up to. It might be worth asking a few questions. And I will dial Hamish.
Wait, hold on. 10 times.
10 times.
Yeah. But yeah.
Area code and all.
It rings for a little bit, and you hear him. He goes, "Hey, this is Hamish, 4-time Olympic archer. Who's this?"
Oh, well, this is Ace. Hamish, it's been a minute.
Ace! The detective from New York.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. What's up, wingman? How's it going? Got some hot leads for me?
Well, maybe. Yeah, honestly, I was hoping we could catch up a bit.
He's gonna sell me, isn't he? He's gonna fucking sell me.
I'm just mumbling in Ace's ear. I'm like, Ace, put me on the phone. Ace, put me on the phone.
gimme.
I just kind of put my hand on Dex's face and just like push away. Anyhow, hey, I happen to be back in town. I was wondering maybe we could catch up.
Sure. What are you in New York again?
Yeah, back in the Big Apple, man.
Nice.
Couldn't get away from it for too long.
It's a hot spot over there. Yeah, I could. When you trying to meet up? I'm currently across the water right now. I'm due for return flight back actually here in just a little bit. They got us on this fancy private jet to fly us out to some place out in New York at a harbor or something.
Oh well, if you're not gonna be in town for a minute, that's fine. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I was talking with a friend of mine.
I'll be in town tonight. Let's say well, I got a thing at around like 8 o'clock, so let's say 10, 11 o'clock.
Ace, tell him you have a bodacious babe that can meet up with him.
Hey, shut up. Ace, aren't we supposed to be meeting at the harbor at 8 o'clock?
Y'all can't hear the conversation unless y'all are like right up on the rotary phone.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got something going on over there a few hours earlier. I don't know how well I'll be able to get away from it, but I mean, if that's where you're gonna be, I could try and swing that.
Yeah. I'll be let me see. I got this thing at 8, and then let's say. Oh, you know what? Listen to me, Ace. Can you meet me at that purple carpet place, or what is it? What was that club that we went to that one time? With you needed to get that tome from that guy.
The Orca Hut.
Yeah, there you go. Orca Hut. I think that's it. Yeah, look, I know how to get there. I don't know the name, but I know how to get there. I'll get there, Ace. Promise. I'll be there at 11 o'clock sharp.
Alright, well, I'll see you there.
All right.
Looking forward to it, my man.
See you later, bro. Chachos. And then he
Yep, sure, yep. Bro, and I hang up.
He's already hung up.
Good news, bad news, guys. I might have a lead to be able to get some info. However, I need to be at be somewhere at 11 o'clock tonight. Just that little.
That shouldn't be too much of a thing.
A little quiche place known as the Orca Hut. It's a little fun place. It's
what do they sell there?
Bad decisions.
Yeah.
I see.
I have a question. Oh, hold on.
Hmm.
If you have to do that, Dex, you remember our plan?
I do.
Why don't we leave tonight and tell Hive we have the box and we're leaving tonight? Me and you leave tonight because I have to be out of here anyways. And Ace and Karen can leave tomorrow morning.
I mean, you still have a couple days before you have to leave, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2 at least.
I'd rather get out of here sooner rather than later.
I get that.
So me and you can go get Jimothy and get his car and leave and start heading our way back to Georgia. Tell them the route we're taking, and then Ace and Karen can go on a different route or the same one and just follow us a day later.
So it seems to me that I mean, we understand this guy. If he's, well, I don't know, Tony. Would I know that he's going to be at the harbor at 8 o'clock?
Who?
The guy that Ace just got off the phone with.
No, he said
Okay.
stuff to take care of around 8 o'clock in town.
Would I know that he at least said that?
If Ace told you.
Would Ace have told us?
Instead of asking the gamekeeper, why don't you just ask me in
No.
the game?
Yeah. Ace,
Well,
did you
because
tell
if the
him
question, if I just
where you were
randomly
going
asked,
at
it would be an
11
unprompted
Hey!
question.
What time were you planning on meeting that guy? It sounded like. Oh, hey, I thought I was going to meet him at 11, but he said he'd be at the harbor at 8. Oh, okay. Now you know.
Oh, well, he said he was going to be at the harbor at 8. I think
Well,
that's rather suspicious timing, considering he said he was flying in. We can't exactly have you show up at the harbor at 8 o'clock, can we? It would kind of bring into question why you didn't mention to him that was where you were going to be over the phone.
Right. I would have to be there at 8. And it's only me, apparently, because that's who we texted.
Well, I'm going to be there at 8 with you.
Yeah, behind a wall somewhere, because I need backup, but not
Just
obvious.
will be within earshot, but not eyesight. How about this? Call my phone while you were there. Put the phone in your pocket. Leave it on speaker. We won't make a noise. So we can hear whatever's going on. You get into trouble, we'll be there in a moment's notice.
Okay, I can definitely do that.
So,
And then when you have the package,
I'm assuming
I will contact headquarters and say that we are leaving, and me and Dex can boot out of here. And if something happens to us, we teleport back to you. And we've already talked, and Ace can put a SOS message on his phone, on his pager, to message me or Dex here if y'all run into trouble tomorrow.
And, Karen, might I suggest something? When you're picking this package up, do it from your car. If you see him waiting over there, don't get out of the car. Drive your car to it. I have an idea.
You're not hiding You're not hiding in the truck.
That wasn't the idea that I had. But have them hand the package to you through the window. After we get done here, I'm gonna try a little incantation on your car. See what I can do to help you be a little more protected.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
If they make you get out of the car, just get out of the car. Trust me, we'll be close enough to get to you.
Okay.
I'm fast enough. I'll
Kinda.
get to you.
Okay. Yep. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm nervous about it. I'm not gonna lie, but okay.
I have your back. Trust me.
Well, I have a baseball bat, and this is as good as it gets for me, so I'm a little
Well,
nervous.
I mean, I did almost bleed out to make sure you were out of harm's way. So
Small handgun with 6 bullets. It's just not the same.
I have a whip. You have a baseball bat.
I have a sword.
And wings. Yeah, that helps for sure. I have mortal items.
As do I.
Well, you also have your teeth, so if you put them down.
I have a sword forged in the fires of heaven.
Yes, not very much of the human.
Either way, we have your back. But
Okay.
Dex, are you good with going with me tonight?
I am, but I want to remain within earshot, and of course,
well, that's after
Karen.
we get the package. We have to get the package first.
Yeah, I'm okay with the original plan. I would just like to try out a spell on the car before we go our separate ways.
That's fine. Go to town.
So,
all right. Well, we have a plan. So, I will see y'all at 8. I have an address I need to go to.
And where are we meeting at 8? Are we meeting back at the mansion or
the harbor?
Here?
No, the harbor. I will meet you.
I think we should approach the harbor together, just in case something happens on the way.
Okay. Then we meet at the house at 7.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I like
let's
that.
do that. Yeah.
All right. I will see you later. As I'm going to kind of look over the address, and I am going to call an Uber.
So
yeah. All right. So Val is gone.
I would like to cast a spell on the car, and I'll tell you exactly what I'm going for. What I'm trying to do is I want to. Essentially, what I'm going for is like magical bulletproofing on the car, or at the very least, magical bullet resistance. Some sort of magical invisible barrier around the car that would sort of, as bullets approach it and are about to pierce either the window or the metal, would sort of push back against the velocity of the bullets. Thereby sort of reducing the impact on the vehicle. That's what I'm trying to accomplish.
Okay. So you want to put like a barrier magic or some sort on it?
Specifically, I want to place like a ballistic barrier on this car.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
On the entire car, that's kind of a pretty big ask. That's kind of a pretty big ask.
Mainly the windows.
Okay. You're gonna the windows. That's a little bit smaller. It's still gonna be.
I'm out.
All right, man. It's still gonna be some big magic, so you're gonna need some help and some resources. You got your lore library here, or your mystical library here, but you're gonna need help, and it's gonna take time. I'll say about an hour to do it.
Essentially, the nature of the magic that I'm going for is I'm trying to harness like any sort of magic that, like the same style of magic that would move something. Because essentially, what is attempting to do is move against the bullet as it approaches, so it doesn't hit with as fast as a velocity.
You're gonna need a second person, and you're gonna need about an hour to prepare it.
Would Karen suffice as the second person?
No.
Okay. Ace, I need your help.
Oh God.
You okay?
So I guess
Will
what?
be heading back to the house to wait until later tonight.
I mean, where's the car parked right now?
Probably at the street.
Okay, so visibly, I'm guessing.
Yeah, there is like a small parking deck, but that's for like residents only.
Then we will drive back to the house to perform this ritual.
Okay. In the garage?
Preferably, yes.
Okay, take a couple books with you and stuff like that. Alright, so let's it's already 10 o'clock, so let's go ahead and call it here.
I was just hoping to do the ritual real quick before we called it.
Yeah, with y'all's downtime, yeah, you can. If you want to go ahead and roll weird. Ace, if you want to roll to help out, you can.
Alright, hoping for the best. That would be an 11.
And I need to roll what? Cool?
Okay. I think so for help out. Cool.
Oh yeah. I'm super strong and cool. I'm a cool guy.
Alright.
10, I think
cool
is a
guy.
+1.
I do not have a plus anything to cool.
Yeah, I think 10 is a +1 though. So
that's a 12 for me.
Yeah, that makes it 12. Yeah, it works successfully. You pick up a rock and you throw it at the windshield and it just bounces off.
Does it look like it sort of pushes the rock away when it gets close to the windshield? Because that's what I'm going for.
Yeah, once it gets like half an inch away from the windshield, it just bounces off. There is no mark, no scratch, or anything like that. So.
Okay, cool. And I would probably test like all 6 windows of the car, just to really make sure.
Yeah, all 6 of them work. Works perfectly.
I cringe with every shot.
It's a rock.
I don't care. I'm just like,
Yeah.
let me care.
You miss one time and you hit the side door, like the driver door. Now there's like this big ass scratch in it.
Hey, at least the windows are bulletproof, or at the very least bullet resistant.
Let's say projectile resistant.
Yeah, projectile resistant. I mean, what I'm imagining is like if somebody shot a bullet at the windshield, I'm imagining it would probably still leave like a crack or something. I'm just hoping it wouldn't penetrate the windshield.
Yeah,
So
it will just bounce off like it hits an invisible force barrier. This car has a lot of magic in it. But you did crack the magic. Well, somebody cracked the magic last time.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Magic is crackable.
all right.
Magical bulletproofing. I like it.
Let's go over our end of session real quick. I don't think there's a whole lot in here this week. Did they conclude the current mystery?
Not quite.
Not
Yeah,
at all.
like, man.
Did you save someone from certain death?
Yes, we did. We saved
Forward.
Val from certain death.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that one. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes, we learned that Dex has or not Dex. Now you got me confusing the characters' names. We learned that Ace has a library there and an office. We learned that he has connections with a shady Picadora's testicles, or at least that's what I'm calling
it.
it.
Also, I've got family in New York that are and is mob related. I mean,
yes, that too.
They have their other businesses.
I never said that. Are you saying that now?
We also learned that there's a vampire coven in New York.
Wait, hold on. Let's backtrack. Are you canonizing that your family is associated with the mob?
They have their side businesses that is very lucrative and
okay.
Maybe.
But yeah, a couple of friends from your youth that you never saw or heard from again that kind of disappeared throughout time.
Yeah, a couple of uncles that never existed. I was like, "Oh, uncle. Oh, okay, all right. Is he coming? Oh, no. Well,
no,
uncles that weren't uncles.
No, he's dead.
Uncle Johnny. He took a vacation to Hawaii. Yeah, all your uncles that you've never seen.
He took a vacation to Atlantis in a pair of concrete boots.
Yeah, I had a variety of uncles that weren't actually legitimately uncles, and they never reoccurred after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they all took vacations to Hawaii.
Yeah, everybody lives in Hawaii. That's weird.
Your dad tells you, "Oh yeah, Uncle Johnny. Yeah, he moved to Hawaii. Yeah, that's what he took Aunt Nancy with her.
Yeah,
they're down there in Hawaii now.
It's a lot of New Yorker stuff. You're like, don't worry about it. It's like, where did you get that? Don't worry, Sacha's business is it's up and going. You're like, oh,
they're sporting a very nice new fashionable set of shoes.
Okay, yeah, you'll learn. I would
also have a new bracelet.
Too. Yeah, that's two yeses. You'll learn about the coven and her gangster-related family and Ace's library. Yeah. Did we learn something new or important about one of the hunters?
Yes.
Oh, well, yes. Referring to previous points mentioned.
That and I learned, I guess, technically in my dream, but I told everybody about, but we just kind of skipped over. I had coffee, which I thought was super weird.
I want to hear how you interpret your dream. I do want to hear that, how you interpret these. Like when I give y'all information, I don't really want to hear I tell the group. I want to hear your interpretation to the group, and that goes for you as well, Bex. And and then I know Brandon does that a lot too. Like I'll tell the group. Like
it's kind of like it's
because it's supposed to be a what is it? Kevin, what's the word I'm looking for? Improvising. Yeah, it's supposed to be an improvised game. This game is more or less about a conversation than it is actually like D&D. So, so what is it that you tell the group about the dream?
What I tell the group is that what I had dreamt, which was creepy as shit, but similar to the other creepy as shit dream that I've had, I guess this is more of the word that I need to use, was that our hunter knows that we have a vampire and a mortal on hand. I recall. Oh my god, I can't remember. I just know that he's not an angel. That's right. Okay, so he's not hunting the angel or the vampire. He's hunting one of the others, aka myself or what's his face here over here? That guy.
Ace.
Yeah. So probably me, since I'm pretty high up. I don't know. Could be Ace. We don't know. But he's dwindled it down to. I've dwindled it down to not the vampire that they're hunting and not the angel they're hunting. He's hunting, and it's personal now, and he's pissed, and it's not a good thing. But I don't know specifically who he's after, but I've narrowed it down to at least 2. And I guess technically it could be 3.
He's Jimothy.
He could be after Jimothy. No. But probably
maybe.
I know, I was like, could be.
Is somebody after Jimothy?
Yeah.
That's the twist. He was after Jimothy the whole time.
Protect the Jimothy. I was like, so that's how I interpreted it, he's not after the other 2. Though he wounded them because he doesn't care about them. It's like, take this one person, dead or alive, screw everybody else. And it's either me or Ace that he's after.
Maybe he has connections to the mob too.
You never know. A magical / monstrous connection to the mob, which would suck, but would really be good to the mob. Like, that would be the best connection ever, quite frankly. So yeah, that's what I learned.
So that's a lot. That's a lot that we've learned.
Yeah.
Whether you paid attention to it or not, also learned that I share an office with someone, but there's that.
They're never there. Alice is more of like, yeah, Alice is at lunch. It's 9:30 in the morning. She's like, she's weird. It's fine. She's not actually there. It's not an actual person. Or just a desk. And the cleaning lady has to dust it off, even though there's no one ever there.
All right. So everybody can go ahead and mark 2 experience.
And I level up.
That's
A couple of you.
2 XP. 2 XP.
So
Oh, I don't.
Karen levels up to level 7. Ace goes to so the XP that I have written down is Dex level 7 XP2, Ace level 7 XP2, Val level 6 XP4, and Karen XP level 6 XP4.
Yeah.
I was at 4 experience points before.
So
I was at 3, but the failure earlier in the session took me to 4.
Oh yes, that's correct. I'm sorry.
And I had it written, but I don't know. I was at level 7 with 3 XP. I failed one thing, and then with 2 XP, that should put me at level 8 with 1 XP.
Okay, and I'm at exactly the same point, level 8 with 1 XP.
Yep. All right, so you all level up. Val is going to be level up. She'll be level 7 with 1 XP, and Karen should be level 7 with 1 XP.
Yeah. 10 pro.
So I'm probably grabbing Lay on Hands, is what I'm thinking. Level 8 is just a regular level up, right? You don't get anything special for that?
Only 5 and 10 give you, and 15, 20, 25, 30.
So did you get an improvement?
Yes. You get just a regular improvement.
Alright,
I'm probably grabbing Lay on Hands.
I can get another spell slinger move or take a move from another
I want to get
playbook.
one too. I'm gonna have to sit on that one. I'm gonna think about that one because I don't have much to choose from. But at level, when you level up with all 5.
So Karen, I need you to go up to the Chosen and mark down that you have Destiny's Plaything as one of your moves.
Plaything. But what? Stop that stupid thing. Destiny's Plaything is one of my moves?
Yep, and you get to choose one of your improvements.
And an improvement? The hell's a Destiny's Plaything?
It's up in the Chosen tree. It's one of the black highlighted.
I didn't print that out because I didn't think I'd get that far.
It's alright. It's just in another Hunter's tab. For it's a little.
I'll have to go back on that one, for sure.
Yeah,
but I've written it down. So.
It's not actually verbatim because Destiny's Plaything says that it reveals something about your immediate future. But so we're kind of. It's going back and forth. It's kind of just visions of what's going on around. Not just in the future or the past. It's just overall. So.
Okay. And then an improvement. Let's see.
I am gonna go.
I don't know what the other playbook is, so I'll ignore the last 2. But I'll take back another luck point because I'm down 2.
Well, you can. I'm sure Sean has all the PDF for all the playbooks, so you can go through them.
Okay, I'll check on that at level 7.
Y'all don't have to decide it right now. Just remember, in the tab underneath Monster of the Week, just put your level ups in your bios.
Yeah, sure thing. I know you've got the stuff that we need. You've got it tagged, so we can just look it up.
Well, unless there's
somewhere.
anything else anybody needs
Pinned,
to put on there,
yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
what
go
I'm
ahead and kill the recording.
Yep.
Alright.